hater. Haters everywhere we go. The champ is here. I think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go, haters going down for the count. Looking at the ground. I think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go, haters going down for the count. Looking at the ground. I think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go, haters going down for the count. Looking at the ground. I think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go.
And if you was instead of hating, you'd be ballin' too. I know you seen us fallin' too. All the rich niggas is all my crew. Fuck it, they can't touch us. If stuck up is what you call it. Cool. Ooh, you should've seen when I came down in that. Black on black, cause it's gator haters face down on the mat. Splat, yeah, I can make a green nigga mad. Quick, fast, flash like 10 cash on this bitch ass. You can tell I'm a G by the walk in the stands. I play the game, make me talk in the stands. Watch how you talk when you talk to the man. If it ain't about bridge, you talk to the head. I show you how to get rich. You got a weak arm, I'll show you how to pitch. Made so play, I'll show you by the hit. And tell the police I don't know about shit. Hey, God, I'm fly, something like the air. Ain't that something when it's stunting, man? It's nothing like air. Homie, hold it right there. Homeboy, right there.
Haters going down for the count. Looking at the ground. I think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go, haters going down for the count. Looking at the ground. I think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go.
I got one in the back, I got one in the front. I make them do what I say. They tell me say what I want, I tell them. Get your money, girl, and just stop breathing. Cause if it ain't about that dough, it ain't about me neither. See a gangster like myself, I get that paper and women. Man, your woman probably out there with some paper to give me. Listen, you're looking at a real pimp, ask my old women. And they'll tell you no remote, I control women. I'm a whole load, put me in the game, woman. If he ain't paying, then he shouldn't be playing. I'm saying, broke dudes only make jokes funny. I make more than I can fit in this quote, honey. Unquote, come sun soak with me, man. Fly it down here and lay you up in my beach house.
Haters going down for the count. Looking at.
Before we get into our thing, I always got to play that. That's the new Haney anthem. I think you're a hater, but all my people, peace and blessing to everybody. Welcome, man. Let's do it.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Trying to catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more. His brain's gone, nigga. It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fighting. We really hit it, nigga. We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. How about I leave them holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-pound rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals. Break that shit down, nigga. AK or anybody kill. Hop out, get the drilling and spilling. 7.62 gon' split 'em. FN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my dope killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple off Draco. I got them all, you don't want no. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for. They want that smoke, you know I blew it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leaving nigga leaving nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for. Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leaving nigga bleed. I can squeeze and leave a nigga bleed.
Bow, bow, bow. Peace and blessings, everybody up in the building. Shout out to everybody. Hold on one second. Jalen, run over get my tablet real quick. Whew. We got a great show coming up today. Shout out to the Queen Ariana. Shout out to D1 Boxing and Briefs. AJ64, salute kings and queens. Salute to my guy, Young World, peace and blessings. Garçon, that's French, my guy. All things, first one in, last one out, peace and blessings. Asante El, peace and blessings, king. Aaron Muhammad, peace and blessings, king. Make sure I get it all the way. Black all day, even at night. Shalom, king. You was the first one in here, but peace and blessings, homie. Peace and blessings. Coach Amber. Because it's scorched earth coming today, Coach Amber. Peace and blessings, Queen. And let's see, AJ64, my guy. Peace and blessings, King. And light skin business. It ain't no light skin business. It ain't no business going down. Peace and blessings, King. Now, peace and blessings to all of y'all that came out today. I love all y'all. Welcome to the show. It's your boy Upper Echelon. You know how Key be. She on her own time. Plus GT Parker, peace and blessings, King. Plus, you know, we came on a little bit early today, so you know. I came on early so we could drop this link and we can get it in popping early. I invited a couple people up here. Hey, I had some people call me out today. They said they was going to come over here and get this work. So I'm about to see if they coming to get some of this work right here. Because, hey, they get mad because we won't accept the narrative. They get mad because we want to accept the fact that Gervonta's the A side and they want us to take the other side. But before we get into that, shout out to the most electrifying man in sports. About to shut it down this weekend. The Bronx Bomber. Yes, he's coming back. Joseph Parker, you ain't never been knocked out before, but you ain't never faced the right hand of God. No, you haven't, buddy. He about to knock your dick in the dirt. And I'm just saying it respectfully. If you know what I'm talking about. My boy Wilder, I appreciate everything he's done did. And everything they done did to try to stop that man's greatness. Like I said, Teddy Atlas, this man had the nerve to say, now listen, one thing about our people, they don't give us our flowers. That's for one. For two, when they see our invincibility, it makes them scared, right? It scares them. They want to find some flaw with us, some chink in our armor. They don't like to see us at the best, undefeatable, unbeatable. Like they had to cheat to make this man lose. They even publicly assaulted this man. Yes, assaulted this man in public without no gloves, a glove without padding. Something that should have you expelled from the boxing community. But they looked upon it like it didn't happen. Like all of us didn't just see the same thing pop off. Like this motherfucker is triple jointed. Like he can bend his wrist at his hand at his wrist. But it goes a lot to show how they try to force feed us ideas and propaganda. That whole boy, peace and blessings, Shalom, King. But like I was saying, after that debacle, Teddy Atlas has the nerve to say, now I can like Deontay Wilder as a fighter. I like him now. He likes Deontay after Deontay lost. So after we lose and we show vulnerability, it's okay for them to like us. Now we're not that big of a threat now. Now it's been documented on how to beat us. J.A. Dixon, peace and blessing. But what they don't know is only thing you did was enrage a beast. Deontay's mad. He's coming back for blood, and he wants it all. Tyson Fury just set up a big fight with Deontay Davis. Planet 619, peace and blessings. Tyson Fury, he messed up with Ngannou. He messed around and made Ngannou look real good in that fight. A fight that he was supposed to destroy that man. So now that leaves room for Wilder. So Wilder's going to get an Ngannou fight soon. And it's going to be the payday that the champ deserves. That payday right there. Yes, Coach Amber, he said that. No evidence, peace and blessings. Yes, Teddy Atlas said that. He talked about Deontay Wilder. He said after he lost the Tyson Fury fight, he said that's when he gained so much respect for Deontay Wilder. Now he can like him as a fighter. He said before that, he didn't like Deontay Wilder as a fighter. He said he felt like Deontay Wilder was too arrogant and he needed to be humbled, which is code for he's an undefeated black man, and I want to see him get beat because it makes me feel inferior. That's basically what that means. One thing about me, Coach Amber, if I said it, they said it. I don't add nothing, and I don't take nothing away. Yes, he said it. That dude named Dave, peace and blessings. I'm gonna drop that link. Anybody want to hop up here? But that shows the travesty on what goes down. Now, Better Beef and Bivol, both of these are undefeated people. Notice you don't see a great push for them to get in the ring versus each other. Usyk and Tyson Fury, they should have been in the ring together, but it's not no great push to have them fight each other. Now, give us two of our people that's undefeated. They pushing all types of narratives to get them in the ring together. Oh, he ducking him. Oh, he's scared of him. Like, they try to get ours in the ring as soon as they get started. Like, it's like they don't want to get the narrative started. Like, they don't want to produce another Floyd Mayweather. Because that's their biggest fear, is if they produce another Floyd Mayweather. Floyd went out there and he did things that they did not like, and they do not want to see another one. And that is facts. Floyd changed the game around. He became bigger than the sanctioning bodies. He became bigger than belts. The man made HBO go bankrupt. Yes. Floyd Mayweather and Showtime bankrupt HBO. Got them out the boxing business. You know why? Because they tried to force feed us Triple G. They tried to force feed us Lomachenko. They tried to force feed us that wave of the European boxers. They tried to tell us that the European boxers were more skilled and better athletes than us, than the American boxers, better than our Mexican American boxers, better than our Black American boxers, hell, even better than our Caucasian American boxers. They tried to seem like the overseas fighters were superior to American fighters. What they don't say is American fighters go to the Olympics under the age of 20. You got people like Lomachenko, he's 26 in the Olympics beating on children. He has his grown man strength. And see, their amateurs, they get paid overseas to fight in the amateurs. People don't understand that. Yes, they get paid to fight in the amateurs. That's why they stay amateur so long over there. So we got our amateurs going against their paid amateurs. Lomachenko came out when he was 26. They say he got over 400 wins. But he came over here, his second fight, got beat by a journeyman, Orlando Salido. So it look like them 400 wins ain't do a damn thing, if you ask me. And that's if you ask me. Yeah, and that's the problem. Our people have to try. Americans have to try twice as hard for half the praise. Who else besides Lomachenko gets a title shot his second fight, loses, and get another title shot his third fight? I don't see nobody getting that type of action. Just like the way Paulie Malignaggi lost his job at Showtime. Because how you gonna hate on the cash cow? Deontay Wilder just brought them all that bread in there, and Paulie, ungrateful, hateful ass, sat there and was disrespecting Deontay Wilder, and Steve Espinosa wasn't going for it. Marquis, peace and blessings. And what up, homie? And see, that shows you this. That showed this shit. But now, like I said, Deontay Wilder, he's done been through a lot. He has one of the longest. I think he tied the streak for heavyweights defending the belt, 10 fights. But they don't mention that. They don't give Deontay Wilder no type of accolades. But as soon as Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder, he became the number one heavyweight. He even became pound for pound. They put him damn near at the top of the pound for pound list for beating Deontay Wilder. So that tells you Deontay Wilder was a world beater. They just didn't want to put him up there. Alexander Usyk is undisputed in the cruiserweight. Came up. He has 3 belts in the damn heavyweight. Tyson Fury has 1. They still have Tyson Fury ranked the number 1 heavyweight. Alexander Usyk beat AJ twice. He's done beat tougher challenges at the heavyweight, except for Wilder. And that one win over Wilder has Tyson Fury number 1 over all that. So that shows you what they really thought about Wilder. They just didn't want to give Wilder. They just didn't exactly plan the 619. The man got a statue in the UK for beating Wilder. That shows you Wilder was their biggest threat. But the messed up thing about it, Wilder and AJ about to fight. The winner gets the winner of Usyk and Fury. And this is how karma comes around. This is how the Most High balances things. It's going to be Wilder, Fury 4. Because Tyson Fury's too big for Usyk. You say what you want. Usyk's skilled and everything, but Tyson Fury's just too damn big. We just going to be right. Deontay Wilder was good the first fight. He was in his right size. Third fight, he fatigued. Wilder's getting back to the basics. Tyson Fury versus Wilder, part 4. Wilder's going to come in at a slim, trim 215 to 220, and he's going to put that nigga's dick in the dirt, and that's going to close the chapter because he's going to knock the shit out of Tyson Fury. And they're going to check gloves. They're going to do all this. Yes, Tommy Bundles, he beat Vlad. Vlad was not an undefeated champion, buddy. Vlad had already had 3 losses, buddy. So let's keep it 100. Yeah, he beat Klitschko, but Klitschko had already lost. So don't say Klitschko was undefeated when Tyson Fury beat him. Go back and look it up. Terrell Davis, peace and blessings, King. Non-frequent, because if Wilder have anything, that's what they need, just to throw him out. Undefeated for 10 years doesn't mean you're undefeated, Tommy Bundles. Or should I say King? I can put the link and you can hop up here and say it, King. We ain't got to type, buddy. We ain't got to type. Just hop up here. We can debate this out right now, buddy. And I ain't going to holler at you. I ain't going to disrespect you. We can have a debate just like a man, King. Just come on up here. Let's hear your point. There go the link. Because you're undefeated in 10 years, don't mean that you're still undefeated. And I don't think it was 10 years. Now, ain't no beef, Tommy Bundle. Ask anybody that hops up here. I mean, that's what I'm saying. We can talk boxing. I talk boxing with everybody respectfully. The only time I'm not respectful is when you're not respectful to me. I'm a civilized individual, Tommy Bundles. I'm civilized. I know how to talk to people civilized, right? I show an air of civility with people that show civility towards me. But I do love boxing talk. This is a boxing talk channel. Everybody's opinions matter. That's what I said. Everybody can get up here and say what they have to say. And if you get up here, we can sit here and talk about boxing. And as long as it's not hostile, I don't get hostile, sir. Exactly, Terrell. The only time I get hostile is when people get hostile with me. But if you're talking civilized boxing, I'm a very civil person. It's just when people go the other way, I can go the other way too. I'm like a box of chocolates. I'm for whatever whatever your needs is. That's what I got the flavor for. If you want something nutty, I got the peanut butter with nuts in it. If you want something smooth, I got the caramel. If you want something a little exotic, I got the coconut. You feel me? And then I got dark chocolate if you want to be disrespectful. Yeah, Brewster beat him. Well, Tommy Bundles, he was nowhere near. Okay, you don't think that was his best win? Deontay Wilder was an undefeated champion who had defended the belt 10 times. He defended the belt 10 times. He was 40-0 with 39 knockouts. Everybody that's been in the ring with Deontay has touched the canvas. Soon as Tyson Fury beats Deontay Wilder, they gave him a statue. They labeled him the best fighter in boxing. He got a $100 million contract. He wasn't making that type of money. He got a $100 million contract for ESPN after the Deontay Wilder win. So what are you saying again? You don't think that was his best win? I think he got like 1.2 million for Klitschko and wasn't getting but like $1 million or so after that. After Wilder, this man went to a whole new tax bracket. And in all three fights, it was controversy. He got a 12 count in the first fight, a 13 count in the third fight, and he didn't have no pad in his gloves in the second fight. So yeah, I really wouldn't call it his best win because he had to cheat for all of it. If we're being honest. And if you're an honest person, Tommy, you will also say that you seen him without pad in the second fight, right? That doesn't mean the same, Tommy Bundles. That doesn't mean the same. Wilder comes from America. It comes to clout because the man is a knockout artist. When you've done fought 40 people and everybody that you fought has hit the canvas, knockouts is an art. It's an art. It's an art. Everybody can't do that. Everybody can't knock people out. If so, Devin Haney would be out here knocking people out. Plus, Fury eating hard balls, getting PEDs. He's on meth. He's on coke. He's on PEDs. The man is hyped up every fight. He fucking with gloves. Like hell, the whole world seen him try to cheat an MMA fighter. Salute, Icon Canadian. Like, how low does it have to be where you are a professional boxer and you have to, on live TV, pay-per-view, in front of the world, you throwing a vicious elbow on purpose to an MMA fighter? Like, he just made boxing look so weak right there. So weak. He made the sport of boxing a joke because he's the heavyweight champion of the world. And boxing moves as the heavyweights move. And he just made our heavyweights look real fucking slow. Real dumb. Any other division would have cleaned them out and it wouldn't even have been nothing to talk about. But see, Tommy Bundles, we got some good heavyweights out there. We got Frank Sanchez. We got Deontay Wilder. We got Jared Anderson. There's some good heavyweights out there. There's some good heavyweights out there. They just don't get the shine because they ain't got the complexion for the connection for the you know, for the spectrum. You feel me? Like they're not trying to be pushed. It's a theme that's being pushed. It's a dominance thing being pushed. Just like Alexander Usyk, yeah, he disgraced boxing. Just like it was a disgrace in boxing when Daniel Dubois beat Alexander Usyk with a body blow. Put the man down for over 30 seconds. Then they get a man a minute and a half to recover from a body blow. Now, we've done seen plenty of fighters get stopped for a body blow because it's Alexander Usyk and he's going against Daniel Dubois. Thomas Hill, peace and blessing. And he has the complexion for the connection. We can't let him lose to Dubois. No. Because we want Tyson Fury and Usyk. So guess what? Like they did with the Fury and Wilder too. They robbed us without a pistol in live TV. They pissed on us and told us it was raining. And that's what's wrong with the sport of boxing. When you're going against people like that, like their favorites, you can't leave it to the judges. You have to stop. Exactly, J.A. Dixon, from a body shot. I thought that was a knockout, J.A. Dixon. Whenever you get hit to the body and you can't move and you on the ground, I always thought it was a knockout. But I guess different fighters have different rules. But like I was going before Bundles had me on this narrative, Deontay Wilder's going to get a chance to retire in good graces. He's going to get the AJ fight he wanted. He gets that Ngannou fight. And then he finished it up with that Fury 4. That's a hat trick right there because he's going to get paid for AJ. That Ngannou fight does over 2 million pay-per-view buys regardless. For the MMA fans and the Wilder fans, that's going to do more than 2 million pay-per-view buys, especially on Amazon. Then Fury 4. Hey, then retire. Wilder has generational wealth, and that's going to be generational upon generational wealth. And he deserves it because what he's given to boxing and what they've taken away from him can never be repaid. But them 3 fights right there will be a hell of a damn compensation. Just like Joseph Parker, he don't go 5 rounds. He's done been in there with a lot of great fighters, but he ain't been in there with the right hand of God. Yeah, Better Beeve lost the championship to Usyk. Better Beeve and Usyk was fighting in the heavyweights because Better Beeve used to be a heavyweight with Usyk in the amateurs, and Usyk got the win from the body shot. Usyk body is weak. He's weak to the body. AJ could have stopped Usyk in that second fight. He ran out of gas. But here go this link. Anybody? Hey, 2 Cent, what's going on? I'm sorry.
What's going on, Upper? What's going on? I wanted to hop on here real quick. My channel just reached 500 subscribers, and I wanted to publicly thank you for allowing me on your platform. I don't know if you noticed, but this was the first platform I ever got on. I finally built up the courage to hop up here and talk. So I just wanted to publicly say thank you for letting me come up here and helping me share my passion on your platform.
Oh, no problem, because you add to the content real well. Like, I feel like you're an asset. You don't diminish, you add. And plus you have great points. So you you have great points. So everybody loves the hero. So you're doing boxing a service. And I'll be happy when you get that other 500. It's coming. I'm gonna tell you a trick to getting them subscribers too, right?
Okay.
Make you about 2 shorts a day. Post you about 2 shorts a day, like some boxing clips, like something exciting, something that you would like to see. Like make you 2 clips a day of shorts. Post them and drop you a video. Just keep the content going. Then the YouTube will put you in the algorithm.
Okay.
And then it'll push your content out to more people. Cool. But them shorts is good for getting you a lot of subscribers too, though.
I've been putting 1 up a day. Maybe I should go ahead and start dropping 2.
Like, pick you a fighter that got some good knockouts and put together like some knockout shorts.
Oh, okay, like some highlight
Something,
reels.
yeah, like highlight reel, something that's eye catching. Yeah, Tommy, like Tommy Bundle said, with a catchy title. Like, put Wilders out there, put some Roy Jones, some Tyson. Hell, you throw some Muhammad Ali out there. Like, throw some of the old boxers that people don't really know. Catch some of their highlights. Put it out there. You know, bring some light upon some of these great fighters. And, you know, people will be more interested in what you got to talk about.
Ooh, I will take note of that. Yeah, I'm learning as I go, man. So, but it's been an awesome journey. I have a really good time coming up here talking boxing. It just I didn't even know this type of stuff even existed, like the lives and all that. I just used to get on here and watch videos.
Yeah, see, I used to sit back, and the only reason I made a channel because I used to be on I used to come on different channels and talk. Like I used to be on the Boxing Voice a lot, right? I used to go to the Boxing Voice and watch his stuff a lot, and I used to contribute a lot until he robbed me. Jay, I told you to take the tablet upstairs for me. Yeah, we had an incident when Shakur Stevenson came over there on the Boxing Voice, and I paid my money so I could sit there and talk to him. And when I talked to him, I asked him if he could sign a pair of gloves for my son, because my son liked the Shakur Stevenson. And Shakur said no problem. So he autographed the gloves and everything. When they took a break, Ness and Ringwalk Danny, they came back and they had the pair of gloves that Shakur signed, and they had a couple other things. And so I told Ness, "Come on down, man." So I told Ness I'm about to send him the shipping and handling and on Cash App, and he told me go ahead. So I sent them 100. I know it didn't take 100 to ship the damn gloves to me, but you know I was actually thinking, you know, as well, right? So after he got the money, then I told him it's the same address that he sent the other stuff to, right? And then Ness was like, "Well, what are you talking about?" And I was like, "The gloves." Oh, he was talking about, oh, well, Shakur only signed one pair of gloves, man. And you know, these gloves right here, we putting in the auction. And I was like, well, Ness, you see, he already told me he was gonna sign the gloves for me. And I done sent you the shipping and handling for it. Well, he was like, well, if you want to win them, you know, you gotta join the sweepstakes, and if you win it, you win it. And I said, well, Ness, I just sat there and spent like $300-400 last week and won my son the Sean Porter gloves, right? Because you know I win the sweepstakes. And they thought I was gonna do it again. And I was like, well, shit, if you ain't gonna do it, just send me my damn money back. And he was like, well, I thought you was donating to the channel. And I said, you know what, Ness, don't even worry about it.
Ah, they be playing around, man.
I said, as much,
I
I
don't
said,
even really watch The Voice. I never really even got too keen on The Voice.
I told people could probably still go back and see the episode. I said, as much as I donate to you, you really going to try to get me over $100? I said, don't worry about it, bro. I said, go ahead and keep it. You need it. I said, but you ain't got to worry about me sending your ass nothing else. And then Ringwalk Danny hit me up on Instagram, right? And he was like, man, don't take it like that, man. He said, I'm about to go see Shakur, and I'm gonna get you and I'm gonna have him sign something for you, man. I'm gonna get it for you for your son, man. So I was like, all right, what's up, Skills from New Orleans? But he act like it didn't even happen. Oh, I know now, Tommy Bundles, because my homeboy down in Florida, he seen the episode and he was like, you fuck with that nigga Ness? And I said, I did, but the man played me. He was like, well, you know, that's the one that got the zoo crew popped in Florida. I said, what? Ness was selling pills. He got busted. He turned on his plug and everybody. Peace and blessings, Cal Coolidge. So not only that, I was sending money to a rat. So I put him on blast on his show. I made videos and everything. He got mad, banned me and everything. I ain't give a damn, though. Shout out to Orlando, but it's all good. Like I told Ness, I say, look, you bought yourself with that. I said, if I ever catch you at a fight, I said, that's word on my family. I'm gonna bust you down. And Ness ain't been to a fight since, because he know what it is.
You probably been pissed off a lot of people.
Yeah, my homeboy was up there in Vegas trying to get in their studio. They called the law and everybody for my homeboys. Because they found out where he was at. That's why he had to move out of Florida. But that's another time and place. You know,
are you on the run?
Yeah, you know, he was in witness set. If you touch this, boy, you got problems with the law. You know, that's tampering with a federal witness. So that's 5 years mandatory. Just in case anybody decide to try to go get that man.
So that's what made you start your channel?
You say what?
That's what made you start your channel?
Yeah, because my man was like, why you just don't start talking boxing? Jeff R. Salute. And that was my man, Everything Boxing. He was telling me that. And then I was over there with Blue Blood. This was me and Blue Blood was cool before Blue Blood started drinking the Kool-Aid and shit. So I ain't even gonna lie, Blue Blood and them did help me start my channel and everything. That's why I really don't come at Blue Blood so hard. But he be on some fuck shit. That's why
I mean, it just seems like he be intentionally misleading his audience, and I don't get it. Like, Blue, you know that don't make no sense what you saying.
Well, you know, he's an employee. He has to do what he gets paid for. He gets paid, and so people got to work their angle.
Wow. And it's sometimes it's so obvious, like y'all know y'all don't even believe what y'all saying. Cut it out.
Like most of the LBBC, I rock with them, they cool. But most of them, they on the Haney payroll.
Gotta
like
be.
If you listen to KC, right? Like he'll tell you, Bill came to him and was like, ain't you part of the LDBC? Like when KQKC was talking real, he asked him, he said, ain't you part of the, you know? So that right there was a shocker to him.
But I mean, are these people getting paid directly, or is it supposed to be some type of understanding within this group?
Hold on. Come back, Thomas Hill. The thing clicked you back out. Come back one more time, Thomas Hill. All right. What's up, Thomas Hill?
Hey, good morning to you, man. Good morning. Good morning to you, Jay.
What's up?
What up, Thomas Hill?
Yeah, I didn't really want to come up. I was just going to speak on that situation given the hold on. Okay, there we go. There are various channels that are on the Haney payroll. And that's a truism right there that Upper talking about. And one such is the boxing voice, especially in particular Ness. Ness definitely on the payroll. He's somebody I really don't mess with. I didn't know until like last week what Up was talking about was true of him. But then ever since Up said it, there have been many people that verified it. So it is true. I do like Danny. Danny a cool individual. He real cool, and on top of that, man, you can tell that he's cool because he tried to make the situation right between Up and old boy, but you know there ain't no coming back from that. Also with the Fury Wilder, I believe you're spot on with that. I think he is gonna fight Joshua Ngannou, and then he's gonna try to close it off with Fury. I think if Fury beats Usyk or whoever the winner of Usyk Fury, I think that Joshua Wilder should fight. If it is Wilder,
They already made it a mandatory.
Yeah, that'll be excellent because you'll finally unify the you make the division undisputed, but on top of that,
the division as well.
Exactly. And if it is that fight, if any fight with Fury, need to be old school rules. It should be they select the gloves stay with the counsel until the day of, and they glove up in the ring. They don't glove up in the back or anything, so he can't tamper with gloves, or there can't be no accusations of that. If it is tampered with, it would be because of the council or the organization or the association, whichever one is.
But see, most fighters, you have to order the gloves from the company, and you get it fresh from the company.
I heard they not allowing that type of stuff in Saudi though.
And it's in a sealed package.
Yeah, I seen the seal. Yeah, I've seen them sealed. It's in that like that clear seal package, right? So I mean, that's the only that I mean, because like, I'm sorry, Dubois did win against Usyk. He knocked him out for more than 5 minutes. The man was sitting there on the floor for 5 minutes. That's a knockout. And it was on the belt. It was above the belt line. So they robbed him of that fight. Also, I think that
just so people don't think I'm capping, because I don't cap about nothing. Just like when I say Nicki Minaj used to be signed to us, she did. I don't cap about nothing. I tell people, and I always make sure I show people facts, because a lot of people be lying about shit on the internet. So I like to produce facts about anything I say. So hold on, I'm about to produce these facts. Let me get off this real quick. Oh, my bad. Y'all go ahead.
Ain't no evidence. Salute. What's up with you, my guy? AJ64, my guy. What's good with you? Zena?
All right, y'all. I'm about to post this for y'all right here so y'all can see that upper echelon. Anything he tells y'all, he keeps it 100 with y'all. He don't lie about none of that.
Skills from New Orleans. Salute to you to the uttermost.
That right there. This right here. This is Ringwalk Danny.
Yeah, he cool people, man. I
he hit me up. That's what he hit me up. He said, "Champ." I said, "Sup? You got it back." He said, "I'm gonna get you something from Shakur. I can't say on air, but it won't be the glove." I said, "All right." So he said, "Associate your real name or you go by Sosa." I say, "You know I'm trying to dig out the man cave. I pay you if you can get from a few people." And I said, "My name's Saran Sosa Smith, Triple S. Shakur on me, champ." And I said, "Triple S." So he said, "You go by Sosa?" I said, "Yeah, since '85." And he say, "Like Balenciaga's, great year. I got you though. You feel me?" Then that motherfucker never got me.
He knew his partner was wrong for that.
Yeah, he knew Ness was wrong for the shit though. You feel me?
Damn.
But he knew they was wrong for that shit, right? But he didn't do what he said either, so he fake as fuck too. So he ain't never getting my shit.
I feel you.
Brian King, peace and blessings.
Well, like I said, I don't really mess with people that like.
And and I'm the type of nigga, I'm not gonna keep begging you or asking you for shit. If you tell me you're gonna get me. I shouldn't have to remind you. So if you never say shit, then you ain't gonna do it in the first place.
Yeah, Bill Haney be on there. He be on there live. Like, that's his platform. That's damn near Bill Haney platform over there.
It is.
But have y'all heard anything from Bill lately?
He be on what platform?
The Rise podcast.
Bill be on. He be listening.
Is that the podcast he always be on during interviews?
Hell no, not the Rise podcast. That's taking them.
Oh, I'm thinking about the Boxing Voice. I'm thinking about
he be on the Boxing. Yeah. He definitely on there, heavy. He on that one.
Yeah, the only person that Ness sucks up to more than Bill Haney is Canelo.
Yeah, I haven't got that deep into it yet, I guess. I'm not really understanding the whole let's ride a fighter in cap form, and I'm not at that part yet. I guess they do it for clout or interviews, or because I see Ryan Garcia mad at Ellie Setback now.
Ellie, I don't really fuck with him because Ellie be taking little nigga shots on the low.
I don't really watch too much Ellie, but I do be seeing him with Spence a lot, so that's really the only time I'm kind of paying attention to Ellie.
Yeah,
He always at the Garcia's camp too.
See with me, yeah, he at the Gar. Yeah, he with the Garcias heavy. I don't like people who suck up to somebody else just to get access. And that's one thing.
Shots. Now Ellie loves some Tank though.
Yeah, but you know, you can love Tank, but still be respectful and carry yourself a certain way. And I think he be fanboying a lot too, man. And I don't like that about him. But I
hate the way Ellie be lying on Devin sometimes too. Like even though Devin and Bill be lying like hell, Ellie be lying on Devin ass too. And Ellie, you can't do that. You're not part of the family.
Yeah, I think Ellie got blackballed or something by Bill or something, man, because he do go at Dev way uncomfortable.
Daryl McKinney, peace and blessings. But Ellie going at Dev is just like what these other channels do to Tank.
Oh my God. Cal Cooley, my God.
All these other channels go at Tank.
Cash
so
up.
Don't get mad when you got a big channel like Ellie going at Devin. I mean, it makes it even.
Yeah.
You got Blue Blood. He out here spitting Rick Glazier facts. Like this man quoted Rick Glazier the other night.
But
I cannot believe that. Like, dude, Rick Glazier of all people. I don't understand how Rick Glazier even has an ounce of credibility.
Rick Glazier is broke right now.
Constantly hating.
Used to be one of the promoters. Rick Glazier used to be one of the promoters. Like you come to him for his fighter to fight, you offer him $3 million. We go back to the fighter and say we only got $1.5 million. Fighter takes the fight. He pockets half of the money, then he gets a fee. Then he gets a fee as well.
Culture vultures, exactly. You right about that. You right about that.
But Al Heyman, they stopped that from happening. That's why Rick Glazier hates them so much. Because they
stopped it from happening, period. Like you can't do it no more at all.
Yeah.
Nah, they don't use the middleman. The PBC makes the fighters get all that money. Like all that money the fighters getting, usually the promoters get that money.
Yeah, they get the back end.
Oh wow.
So what it is like the
promoters say like you got a fighter, right? And we wouldn't give your fighter $4 million for the fight. You get at the Rick Glazier. Rick Glazier might go to the fighter and say we only got $2 million or $2.5 million for the fight. So you usually be like, all right, and you accept it, right? He done pocketed 1.5 to 2 million already. Now he also going to charge you a promotional fee.
Facts.
See, that's the way promoters used to do all the time. But with the PBC, they cut that shit out. That's the real reason why Oscar De La Hoya was mad at Ryan for his pay-per-view. Because Ryan got over $30 million. And if they would have dealt through Oscar, Ryan probably only got about 6 or 7 million. And Oscar would have pocketed all that shit. But Ryan went ahead and made the deal himself. That's why Oscar kept getting on live talking about they haven't sent me the contracts yet.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm talking big money too. 2 cents. Like
you remember when Oscar kept saying they gotta send me a contract and there ain't gonna be no fight?
Yeah, they were saying his parents got him his own lawyer to got him an entertainment lawyer to work out the deal.
See, Oscar wasn't trying to do the fight because they weren't coming through him. See, Ryan Garcia made the biggest move of his life. Because I promise you, if he wouldn't have got more than $6 million for that Tank fight, Oscar would have kept everything and charged him a fee. That's how they do. That's why Canelo. Okay, Canelo was signed to Oscar, right?
Right.
And this has been reported. Canelo did 3 fights with Oscar, right? And them 3 fights, Canelo brought home like 70 million in them 3 fights, right? It was reported that the 3 fights added together, Oscar received 140 million.
Wow.
Canelo only got 70 million of that.
And that's why Canelo don't work with him no more. That's what Bob been doing to his fighters all these years, man. That's why Bob got that long money.
And they don't get no back end at all over there at Top Rank.
No, at all.
Oh no,
and
you do. You do get back in that Top Rank after you clear 500,000 pay-per-view buys.
Yeah, I say you gotta do some stupid number.
So Manny Pacquiao had a run of 6 pay-per-views over $1 million.
But does that kind of make sense why Terrence Crawford didn't promote himself?
Of course. Why? So you get the money?
All right.
But listen to this. Pacquiao did 6 fights back to back to back. Over 1 million pay-per-view buys, right? He had 2 of them that was 1.3. He had one that was 1-1. He had one that was 1-2. And he had another one that was 1-1, right? Manny Pacquiao, for those pay-per-view fights, for each one of them, didn't receive more than 30 million at all. So let's just say the most he got was 30 million. The least he got was 22 million, right? So let's just say he got 28 million for each fight, right? So let's say 6 fights. Let's just say he got 30 million for each fight. I'm gonna give him the high end. That's 180 million Manny Pacquiao got for 6 fights. Okay, now let's do it like this. 6 fights, that's over 7 million pay-per-views sold. Because he had 2 of them that was 1.3. The one with Sugar Shane Mosley and the one with De La Hoya. So that's 2.6 out of 2. And then the other 4 was over 1 million. It was a couple 1-1s. So let's say he did $7 million, right? If you times that by, let's just say the pay-per-views was 60. Let's just say 65, right? 65 million. All right. So 65 million it was 7 million at $65, right? So then you got, that's $455 million that he brought in. Of 7 million pay-per-view buys, that's $455 million at $65. Listen to what I'm saying. That's 455 million. 455 million, right? Pacquiao only got 180 million.
That's crazy.
Let's just say 200 million. Let's round it up. Fuck it. So $260 million was left on the table that he did not get for them fights, right? So Bob Arum profited $260 million off of Manny Pacquiao's 7 pay-per-view fights. But wait, there's more. Not to mention the gates of all, Brandon House, peace and blessings. Not to mention the gates of all 6 fights. And we know the gate of all them fights did at least 5 to 10 million, right? So we're going to say about 7 apiece. That's 42 million. That's 300 more. I mean, that's 300 million that Pacquiao didn't receive. Plus the sponsors. Matter of fact, we're not even going to say the sponsors. Just off the gates in the pay-per-view, Manny Pacquiao left 300 million. And this is less than what he really did. I'm just rounding it up so y'all can see. He's left over $300 million on the table. Bob Arum was able to pocket $300 million off of 6 Manny Pacquiao fights. Bob Arum in Top Rank was able to pocket $300 million.
Yeah, they was raking it though.
Now do you understand why they tried to sue Al Heyman?
Oh, Amber makes a great point. That's not even including the replay rights.
Exactly. I just was talking about exactly, Coach Amber. I'm just talking about the gate and the pay-per-view.
Damn. Red, that boy getting pay.
And this is why they was trying to sue. This is why all the promoters was trying to sue Al Heyman, because guess what? Al Heyman was giving these people all that money that they're not getting. Because Heyman gets paid off what you make, right? So he wants to get you the biggest cut that you can get because he's getting his money that way. Plus, he's helping people build businesses. That's why people come to Al. That's why Pacquiao came to PBC to retire. That's why Canelo is over there. And that's why they keep putting all this hate against the PBC, because the PBC fighters are getting rich. That's why all these old fighters hate the PBC, because these young upstart fighters are getting rich. You got Jermell Charlo. He's done had a $10 million bag. Like, he got paid $6 million for the Brian Castano fight. Like, and then he just got that Canelo bag. Like, this man doesn't never have to work again if he don't want to. And see, that was with PBC. And Canelo got Caleb Plant his biggest payday with the PBC. Canelo came to the PBC and got almost 800,000 buys with Caleb Sweethand Plant, right? And then he just did almost 700,000 with Jermell Charlo. He has $100 million contract for 3 fights, so that's $35 million guarantee on each fight, right? So after he gets $5 million guarantee and Charlo got his guarantee, then after the PBC done paid that back and they got their cut, which was at least $10 million out, and Al Heyman gets his cut from Canelo, because to get these fights, Canelo had to sign to Al Heyman. Canelo got back end money, something he ain't never seen at the zone.
Yo,
He got back end money. That man said, "Fuck that, I love it here." And that's what Terrence Crawford just received.
he just got Terrence Crawford. It flipped his whole wig, man. That boy,
Terrence Crawford feel like he done missed out.
He missed the gravy train like a mud. You can see how much
he is upset that he's been missing out on all this back end money. And this is why everybody hates the PBC and wants the PBC to end. Because if the PBC stops, then they got to go back to the days where the boxers get what the promoters give. It'll be a front-loaded contract with guarantees with hardly no back end unless you do 500,000. So if you do 500,000 pay-per-views, right? First off, 500,000 pay-per-views at $80 a pop. That's $40 million coming out already. Peace and blessings, Ray. That's my guy, Ray Davis. I'm gonna talk it, Ray. But if you gotta do $500,000, that's $40 million that you've done made that they taken out the gate. That's $40 million already off the table. Now you have to do something to book.
Yo.
So you're already crippling the people already.
Oh, okay.
Let's just say Earl and Crawford fought on Top Rank, right? Their back end would be consistent of 150,000 pay-per-view buys, right? Because they had to pass the 500K threshold. And so 150,000 buys, that'll be $12 million, right? Not to mention they got guarantees. So they're not getting no back end. And part of their guarantee, they're going to have to pay back.
Facts. That's the worst part about it.
Exactly. Or if I'm wrong, I think they put the 500,000 there just to cover your pay-per-views. So if you got the 500,000, that covers your guarantee. Like, so that means your guarantee is not going to be that much high.
Yeah, that's what they were saying with only
They might
4
give away
people.
like they both might get like 10 to 12 million as a guarantee. While they sitting on 40 mil before you start getting back in. Yeah, Terrell, that's how it goes. And that's why they all hate Al Heyman.
Yeah, because he showed them that way that they get paid.
Exactly. Like, and then not only is he doing that, he helping them fighters. Like Danny Garcia is rich. This man got so many clothing stores and all types of stores and bodegas. Al Heyman showed him how to work his money. Plus, he had that Earl Spence fight that paid him. He was good. Like anybody that fought Earl Spence after Lamont Peterson made at least 8 to 10 million. Their biggest paydays. And that's what I'm trying to tell boxing. And so Rick Blazier, of course, he's going to hate Al Heyman and all them because they feel like Al's taking food out their mouth. But what they're doing, they're putting the food in the mouth of the people that matter because it ain't like they got a union. It ain't like that these boxers, when they're done, they getting handouts or Medicaid and shit like this. Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker, like me and Keith said before, one of the best boxers at his time. The nigga name was Sweet Pea. The man sat there and did a matrix on Oscar De La Hoya and Julio Cesar Chavez and didn't get the win on both fights.
Yeah, he got robbed
shit
of both of them.
fights.
He clearly beat both of them.
And then this man dies homeless, carless, broke, and a wino.
One of the greatest
All-time
boxers.
great like Pernell Whitaker died alone as a bum.
One of the greatest boxers of all time, too. That's a shame.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they living fat off of him.
Exactly, man.
Pitching funds off of him.
But see, people don't realize that, and that's what really gets my nerves, is because people will go around. It's crazy, man. It's just crazy, Thomas.
It is crazy, man.
You drop this link. My boy Ray Davis probably want to get up here and holler at some of this shit right here.
Skills from New Orleans. Skills from New Orleans. What's good with you, baby boy?
Exactly, dog.
They're cooking on Fanaz earlier yesterday.
You said what?
Cooking. I said I heard 2 cents over there cooking on Fanaz earlier yesterday. I believe it was yesterday.
Yeah. King was supposed to come over here. I told King to bring his ass over here so we could finish that debate.
I had to hop up there, man. This Haney stuff was getting out of control, but I ain't heard nothing from Bill lately ever since that AI video dropped.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Hey, D1. Key having finals week right now, so you know she might not be on for the next couple of days. She said if she gets free, she will, but she's studying for the finals. So you know, Key, we need to just all pray for her and hope she do well. You know, this is the last week in college, the finals.
Gucci.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, she gonna knock it out the park.
She probably listening in the background, but she got to get her own work study on.
Hey, you know what be having me at the edge of my seat, man. Coach Amber will be coming up in here and she'll cook, and then she about to really put the finishing seasoning on that bad boy, and then she'll stop.
Yeah, I be telling Coach Amber to stop with that bullshit, let that shit fly. Ray Davis, peace and blessings, King.
Peace and blessings, everybody. Thomas got me up here. You got me up here. 2 cents. How's it going, man?
CK Ray.
What's going on?
What you call him? CK Ray? The Calvin Klein model?
Yeah. I got that nickname from your co-host.
Oh yeah.
Thomas came up with the CK Ray though. He was trying to play me.
Well, I gotta play you, dog. That's a nice name, dog. That's bro.
Hey, you know something, Ray? You need to go with it, bro. This shit suits you.
I did. Look, it's there. It's to get me away from frequent.
You don't need to even be Ray Davis no more. You beyond that, baby. You CK Ray. That's not
I take Ray Davis down.
Baby,
Oh,
who is
okay.
it?
I can't, man. You know, Ray Davis is a good government, man.
I
I
don't
know
know.
it's
I
got
don't know about my government.
That's why it follows
Call
the
me
CK.
Ray.
Oh, now ain't my full government. That ain't my full
Nah,
government. You
you
know,
know,
that's a
I
nickname.
know
That's a
Raymond.
nickname.
I know Raymond.
Nah, it ain't that either. But it's close though. We're gonna
You
leave it
right, it's
there.
Raymundo.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Y'all got yours.
Nah,
Yeah,
it's Reynoso.
yeah,
No,
right.
so
Yeah. He got knocked out. Not me. No, that ain't it either. Look, I ain't gonna
yo,
drop that.
how did your boy let him hit him with that Ayukin though, man? My man jumped up and
Yo,
hit him
I
with it.
told you that was a Superman. Look, in boxing, I was trying to explain to I was talking to your boy Claymore. I'm like, yo, he was like, that ain't a Superman punch. I said, yo, when you leap forward and hook, it don't matter if it's a hook. Boxing, it's a Superman. Like, Tio do it all the time. That man thought he was out of range. And watch that play. He stepped back, put his hands down out of range, and got clipped.
On what?
Ryo dropping Colbert. Yo, he
Got
Oh
hit
yeah,
dropped
right on the
Ryo
chin.
did a stutter step.
Superman punch, bro.
Hey, look,
He
Ryo
literally
did a
dropped his
step.
hands.
If you watch Ryo's feet, like that motherfucker did a shuffle step that closed the distance.
Yes. It's like he
closed that
knew he was
distance.
dropping his guard.
You want me to tell you what it reminded me of? Keith Thurman when Pacquiao caught him with the fourth shot. When Keith thought it was only gonna be 3 and one more came.
Yeah. That's yo.
Because Keith thought
He
he
had
was
a
out of Pacquiao range when Pacquiao
yeah.
missed with 1, 2, 3, and that fourth one came. Like, wow, where'd that come from?
Dropped that guard and got clipped.
Did you see his coach? His coach was like, God damn.
Man, his coaches was trying to tell him something in the corner. He telling them to relax. I'm like, dude, why you not listening to your corner?
My
Miss Rachel, peace and blessing. Hold up. How the hell Rachel ain't motherfucking
wrenched up.
Yeah, Rachel had a wrench. So hold up. Unless she got a new page or something.
Gotta make sure that's her.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to check. Because Rachel Donaire is always wrenched.
Definitely gotta make sure because old boy probably tried to sneak on under her name.
Nah, that's Rachel. That's Rachel. Oh, because Rachel always come with the her and Nonito page. That's why.
You definitely gotta wrench her up.
Who just called
That's
me?
the easiest way to tell when it ain't them. Because if they got that wrench.
Already, Rachel, because I was wondering for a second. I said they done came in here and stole Rachel.
Wow, somebody actually got my name back.
Rachel's royalty around. Oh, that's
that one upper. That one's me. It's me because
I already wrenched. I see your subscribers.
I don't know why anyone subscribes to it. I don't actually upload anything there. I just do it because Nonito has the other devices around the house. The entire house is connected beyond the ring, Nonito and Rachel. But once he leaves, then he takes that account with him. So I have to have my own account. So then people know it's just me sitting here.
Yeah.
And not Nonito.
Good afternoon, Rachel.
Afternoon.
Hello.
How you doing today, Rachel?
Good. Starting to recover, like I said.
We were sitting here talking about the intricacies of why they hate Al Heyman and how Rick Glazier and them used to get their money off the like if they offer y'all a fight for like $3 million and they probably got 4 or 5 already, but they taking their money off the top.
In the back.
Rick?
No, I'm talking like people like Rick Glazier. The reason why they mad at Al Heyman because they used to middleman fighters. Like they would get the money for a fight and only tell a fight. Like say like somebody come to Rick Glazier for one of his fighters, and they tell Rick, "We got $3 million for your fighter." Rick would turn around and go to his fighter and say, "I got 1.5 or maybe like 1.7 for the fight." And if his fighter agrees with it, then he'll pocket the other 1.3 and only give them the 1.7. And then he gonna charge them a promoter fee as well.
Yep, on the back end.
Well, Rick's not a promoter, but I mean he's stated numerous times that he gets paid by the promoter and the fighter. So, and he said, because I kind of I cornered him one time when the very first time that he wanted to debate with me. I don't know why. I was like, all right, cool. And, you know, I went down the list, asked him what he does, and asked him what a manager does. And I'm like, so you're not a manager? And he's like, no. And I was like, so you're a broker? And he like got all kind of pissy about it, because that's really what he is.
He's a
Is
middleman.
he just brokers? Yeah. I don't know with his, I don't know if there's a reason he can't be a manager. I don't know if it's legally, because like he has that that rap about him being a used car salesman and rolling back the odometer readings. So
Word?
I don't.
Dirty bastard.
Y'all didn't know that?
Like,
That's
I
that's
did.
public record.
Yeah, I
he
did.
looks
I
like
did.
the type. He looks like the type that would do some fucked up shit like that. Sell you a fucking lemon that says 100,000 miles. It's 300,000.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these are the fun little characters we get in boxing, and I tell you that. So yeah, yeah, that's kind of why he gets all mad about it, because people started, you know, calling him out on his game. And you know, there was a fighter I talked to. I don't think it wasn't Rick's, but he's like, oh, like I got the contract for 100,000. Come to find out, it was 225. Like when they talk to the promoter, they're like, "What are you talking about? We paid you 225." They're like, "No, you didn't."
Yeah, they took
What are
theirs
you
off
talking
the
about?
top.
Mm-hmm.
I know a fighter that said that about Rick. Said that he only got 250K, and said the promoters had offered him 500.
Yeah.
But the check that he got was only 250. He said, which was
Yeah.
I forget who it was, but he said it still was a step up from his last fight, because he had only got like 125 the last fight. But it was a step up.
There's a lot of them. Like, I mean, between him, Sean Gibbons is another one. You know, like
that's the one that poisoned Gamboa, right?
I don't know that story. I've been hearing about it, but I don't know that story.
That's Pitbull's people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, Gamboa was poisoned for that Pitbull fight. When he went to the hospital, he was poisoned and everything. He had all that shit in the system. That's why he looked good that first round. But if you look the second round, he just faded. Like, he looked like something was wrong with him. And then he ended up going to the hospital and seeing that he was drugged.
What the hell was in his system?
They had all types of shit. Rooflin, all types of shit was in his system.
That's crazy. I remember watching that fight too. I'm like, damn, Gamboa, like, just like all of a sudden it was like he was not there anymore.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that there was a thingy-majogger on that, like a controversy.
Is there no consequences for that?
When he went
like,
to the
you just get
hospital,
away
like,
with
that
it?
shit was crazy, because Gamboa was looking good at first round. I said, oh, he gonna beat the hell out of Pitbull. I said, Gamboa looked like the old Gamboa, the Cyclone de Guantanamo. And next thing you know, that man was all fucked up the next round. Next thing you know,
I mean,
Bull started swinging for the fences.
Well, 2 cents. The only problem is like proving it. I mean, unless you have it on camera, you know, and stuff like that. Like, how do you prove that it was him that did it, right? Like, because you have to have all the evidence.
The water bottle that they gave him water from, they was looking for that other water bottle and it was gone.
I know, but you know what I'm saying? They'll be like, how do you know someone else didn't do it? Like, but, and you could even say like you saw him do it, but without cameras and stuff like that, it's so hard. Like,
right.
You know, and these boxers, the thing is that there's so much stuff that goes on in boxing, right? Like, do we really want to go down this path? So like Sean, watch one of his trolls come up and start arguing with me, because for some weird reason, when I mention Sean, like they find me. Like, so the whole thing, did you hear about Casemiro?
No, what happened to Casemiro?
Okay, so Casemiro, if I rewind the whole story, Casemiro's guys, so me and Sean went at it, right? Because they wanted to put Casemiro Nonito, and I said VADA testing, and all of a sudden they did not know how to send in the VADA testing. And Sean tried to play a game where he took a picture of an application that was blank, and he goes, "Set. Now you have no way out of this fight." And I'm like, Okay, so I call Vada. I'm like, is the paperwork in? Are we ready to go? And Vada said, no, we haven't received anything from Sean Gibbons. So I contact Al. I'm like, we're not fighting. I was like, I'm done with this. We've been waiting for 2 weeks for this drug testing. They're apparently playing games. I was like, I'm done. And Sean tried to get California Commission to talk to me. So we had a 3-way. And Sean got scolded for coming at me. He's like, why are you calling her a bitch? What does that have to do anything with you not submitting the paperwork? And he's like, I'm sorry. But I mean, Nonito still has to fight Casimiro, right? And he's like, did you do what they requested? And Sean's like, I just turned it in. And I was like, I gave you 2 weeks. You didn't do it. You thought I was playing. So no, Nonito's not giving him the payday. So he goes off and fights Rigondeaux. So, but during this whole thing, Sean's little guys in the Philippines that he hires, has a YouTube channel, went on my Instagram live and started yelling at me. And Nonito grabbed the phone. You probably saw this. Nonito grabbed the phone and started cussing him out and said, you guys don't even know how much you're getting raped. So, fast forward to the Rigondeaux fight. Casimiro's waiting for his check. Supposedly he was making like 125 or something like that. 125, 150. And I guess he finally they sent him a debit card. And he goes into the bank. He goes, what the hell is a debit card? He goes into the bank. He finds out that his name on the account was allegedly in a combination account with Sean's wife or something. And that there was more money in that account from the check that was given from the promotion. So he wiped it and ran to the Philippines. Because he did that and pissed off Sean, that was in August, September. By January, there was a what's it called? Acts of lasciviousness filed from a minor on Casimiro, and they were trying to take his passport from him so he couldn't defend his title.
Wow.
So he goes to go fight in the UK. I already tell them, I go, listen, there's emails being sent to the UK embassy from like saying that you have a rape charge or whatever.
Wow.
And so they stopped Casimiro at the immigration. They questioned him, but there's no validity to it, so they let him go. They go to weigh-ins, and they won't let him step on the scale because they said that his pre-weigh on Tuesday was 114. And he was like, no, there's no way I was 114, blah, blah, blah. And all this hoo-ha. But the thing is, on the back end, Sean Gibbons already had his other fighter, Jonah Sultan, to be the replacement. Okay, now, you got that one, right? So Jonah Sultan ends up fighting. He loses, but Sean had the replacement. This story is the same story as when Rolly got his rape charge put on him, got pulled from the fight, and whose fighter stepped in? Isaac Cruz.
That is so
So-
interesting, Rachel. And then that whole thing just went away.
Yeah. All of a sudden, as soon as they get their fighter in, and that match happens, like the whole thing goes away. Because the one in the Philippines, I found the girl, and I found out that I found her medical records. I found like when she got vaccinated for COVID and all this other stuff. And I'm like, you couldn't have gotten vaccinated unless you were over the age of 18 for this. And so she came out and said that Sean was supposed to be paying her. Rolly's girls, they all freaking disappeared into thin air. There was like 7 of them, right? They're all gone. Where did they go?
They did their job. They got the fight canceled and got Pitbull to fight. As soon as Pitbull got the fight, all the other shit got dropped. And that's what they was trying to do anyway. It's funny how Pitbull was already ready. He was already training this shit, and he was ready for that tank fight.
You know, that's true. That is absolutely
he went from 25,000 to 600K or 700K.
Yep.
That's a hell of a step up. So I
mean, but they really could have ruined Rolly's career. Like, if he wasn't,
that's a big cut right there.
The type of character he is, he could have been just blackballed.
That right there.
Oh, people still like, and that's the thing, 2 Cents. Like, people, like, he has, I believe he has a strong regard, right? Like, luckily he's not the depression, suicidal type. But I mean, first you got, he ended up getting the tank fight eventually, but just the mental games that were being played on him, like, I could only imagine. First of all, you didn't just get your fight taken away. Now you're having to fight these bogus, like, rape charges that suddenly disappear. And then people who didn't follow what happened, like, they're still calling him like a rapist and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's sickening.
It's sickening that you can get accused of something and it'll follow you even if you're innocent. Like, I feel like the people that make false accusations, I feel like they should be held accountable as well and face the penalty of what would have happened if the dude would have been found guilty. Because that's playing on people's livelihood, their money. That's just like that pitcher that played that pitcher for baseball. That girl sat there, and what's that pitcher's name? I forgot his name. But that girl sat there and said that he took advantage of her and all this right here. But she's the same one that posted a picture the next morning while he was asleep and posted it to her TikTok. They found her messages to her friends talking about, I'm about to secure the bag and all this stuff. Like, it's treacherous out there. Yeah, Trevor Bauer. Yeah, Planet 619. Man, my chat's undefeated all the time. And after they found this woman guilty of lying and everything, she didn't get no jail time or nothing. They didn't even give Trevor Bauer his job back, apologize, or none of that. None of that.
Nope. That's the crazy part. I'm all for, like, protecting women and children and when they have been exploited. But I do think that our system does exploit the ability to lie and not be held accountable.
Guilty to proven innocent.
Yeah.
Just like they got another thing that's out, and I talk about it on my other channel, where if you with your wife unknowingly sign a birth certificate because you think that's your child, and you find out it's not your child, if you sign the birth certificate, you still responsible for that child. Like,
yeah, you have to pay child support.
Exactly, but you didn't know that wasn't your child. That's why I feel like it should be mandatory DNA testing, and I feel like the women that sit there and do that, they should be held accountable and should have to pay that money back and should be prosecuted.
Total restitution for the victim.
Exactly. Like, you got me raising somebody else's child and you knew it.
Yo, Upper Rachel 2 Cents Boxing. This man right here, his name is Nadir Young Flexing. That is Abdullah Mason's cousin.
Right there. Wow.
That is him right there. Young Flexing. He's Abdullah Mason's cousin. I think yesterday on the OG KQKC's channel, he dropped the news of their next fight. I believe it's in March.
Is he here or something?
Yeah, he's in here. His name is Nadir Young Flex. I told him to send another chat. I might have to call him on the phone and tell him to put another one in just in case he stepped away. But yeah, I see it. Yeah,
I see his chat. Yeah.
Sorry about that. That's his cousin. They real close, and like they run things through him. So that's how I be getting information.
Hey, not here. If you check out my channel, man, I've been promoting Abdullah Mason since his second fight. I've been telling people that he was the truth. I told him he ain't even got his grown man strength yet, and he destroying people. If you go look back some of my old shorts, I've been telling people that Abdullah Mason is the truth. People got to watch out for him, because the man's a hell of a boxer, and when he gets his grown man strength, he's gonna have a power of tank. People don't realize this man is under 20, and he's knocking people around, outboxing them. He hasn't got his grown man strength yet.
Also, Rachel is Rachel Donaire. That's the wife of Nonito Donaire.
Yeah, this is, and Rachel Donaire is right here. This is the Philippine Flash, future Hall of Famer Nonito Donaire's wife. If y'all don't know, Nonito Donaire, y'all go back and watch some highlights of that man right there. They call him the Philippine Flash for a reason. Also, he's the one that gave Monster Inoue his toughest fight at the age of 38. At the age of 38, broke this man's face. Look, he was 2 years younger. He would have won the fight.
Well, not to mention, there's no advantages over being over here as opposed to being in Japan.
Exactly.
Yeah. It would have been a different outcome over here for sure.
Nonito.
I swear I'm banned in Japan at this point.
I know you gotta be. I know you gotta be.
Yep.
I talked to some of the Japanese guys that came to WBA. I go, so they hate. I was like, Inoue hates me, huh? He was like, he doesn't hate you. He just misunderstands. And I was like, what does he misunderstand? I was like, what? Dude, I'm like.
First off, you're not gonna badmouth Nonito either, you punk ass bitch. Goodbye.
Wait, what happened?
Motherfucker over here talking about Rick Glazier helped make the Roy Jones fight, and Nonito was 36 and all this. Nigga, get the fuck on. Nonito was 38. And if Nonito was 30, he would have stopped him. Now
it would have been totally different.
Huh?
You know, we didn't have our gloves then, right?
It would have been totally different. I still thought he won the first fight. I'm not gonna lie.
Thomas, Dean, you know that this is why like they get so mad about me talking about it. Then that's why I said I don't think I'm welcome in Japan. Because you know that you notice Nonito wasn't wearing his gloves, right?
Yeah, I did.
They wouldn't even let Nonito have his gloves.
No, Nonito's gloves, both pairs that we had, when we took it home, we had to send it over because both pairs were ripped on the inside where the foam was coming out, so it was unusable. So both pairs, not even like one left and one right of each pair was fine, right? So Nonito had to use Inoue's throwaway winning gloves that were super puffy, and Nonito doesn't fight with winnings because he can't close his fist. Yeah. So if Nonito had his gloves, it'd have been different because he uses Elite Everlast.
That's for punchers right there. That right there is for punchers. Yeah. He gave you basically some sparring gloves.
Yep, that's what I got, the Everlast Elite.
Yeah, they did give you sparring gloves. That's ridiculous. Like, man, I'm gonna stay quiet.
You know what it is? Don't need to be quiet about it. It's obvious, Thomas. It's obvious.
And in spite of all that, I still believe he won that first fight.
Yes, he did.
Sorry.
Of course he did.
I'll tell you one thing, though. He broke that man's face. That man knew.
Hey, but I had respect
that
for
fight
him.
Right there. That fight right there.
Beating his ass the whole fight.
Hold on. That fight right there showed how great Nonito Donaire is, right? Because Nonito Donaire was in there with this man 12 rounds past the prime of his career. We seen what the man did to Fulton. We see he's gonna knock this other nigga out in less than 5 rounds. Like the man is a monster. The man is a monster. And Nonito was in there in the fire, and he was giving as good as he could get without boxing gloves, without hitter gloves. And people don't know, but gloves mean a lot. When you have gloves that you custom to hitting with, some gloves, it intensifies your power. Some gloves takes away from the power. Some gloves takes away from the pop. And especially if you're not letting this man use his gloves, like hell, you add an extra pad and you making it like he hitting with damn pillows.
Yeah,
it's not just that. It's all that's part of it. But also, if you can't close your fist, so he can't close his fist in winnings.
So he's not getting all the torque, and he's not getting all the oomph behind it. because when you close your fist, that's right there. It's making a solid. It's making it solid. When you can close it, it's hard to close your fist in new gloves anyway, though. But when you can close it and you can twist it when you close it, that right there, that's the sweet shot. That's the sweet shot. Especially if you twist it as you close it, as you contact. That's gonna bust the skin open. That's gonna do something real dirty with it. I used to always twist my wrist as I used to try to time it every time I threw a punch. I used to try to twist my wrist as soon as the punch land, because the gloves will rip open the skin. The gloves rip the skin open.
Real quick, Upper, got a question. So why is it that Inoue staying away from Brandon Figueroa? That's what I want to know.
He's not there yet.
He is. He in the division. That's who fought.
No, he's not. Brandon Figueroa was in the division with Robeisy Ramirez.
He moved up?
Not yet. He's about to move up after he gets undisputed. He fighting for undisputed the 26th.
No,
he's still in 122, bro.
So Inoue's 22. Figueroa's in 26. He's supposed to fight Vargas.
Fulton was gonna move up and fight Figueroa. Fulton was gonna move up and fight Brandon Figgy.
I thought because he beat him. It was a tight fight with Fulton.
But February, but like January of earlier this year, before the Inoue fight was announced, they were trying to situate Fulton versus Figueroa, and then at 126. But because the Inoue fight came in, and that was bank, Fulton pulled out of the Figueroa fight and went over to Inoue at 22.
Yeah, that was sad.
B Figgy 126, because when he went up to 126, he had a nice tough fight against who was that he fought? Carlos Castro.
Carlos Castro.
And then he just beat Mark Messiah, remember?
Yes, that was a good fight.
And see, Mark Messiah, that's who cheated Gary Russell.
Yeah. He's weird. He fight weird. He fight weird. Like he's
Mark
a good fighter, but he's like awkward. He's like awkward though.
He fights like he on that shit, dog. Cause
he fight weird
because he has so much energy, dub stepping and shit in the late rounds and shit. I'm like, he be bouncing like he the whole fight. I'm like, where the hell he getting all this energy from?
Hey.
But yeah, after Inoue knocks this dude out, he's going up to 126. They talk about Inoue and Tank at 130.
But I heard whatchamacallit, I heard he's staying for Neri. One more. Inoue staying at 22 for Neri, one last fight, then move up. That's what I heard.
They babysitting him. He need to fight in the States or in Europe. You need to stop fighting in Japan. I don't like that. I think there's too many pluses for him and no minuses.
When he starts fighting over here on the States, that's when his name will build up even more. When he can stop using that Japanese home cooking.
I agree.
Yeah, but if he steps out of Japan, Top Rank has him.
Right.
I don't think that's what they want. Like saying, like as far as monetary wise, I don't think that's what they want.
But I thought all his contracts for American fighters were through Top Rank already. Through
if he fights, but I feel like they said they got it's a tentative partnership with
anyway. Yeah, if he steps out of Japan, it's a co-promote. If he's in Japan, it's Ohashi and Tekken.
Oh,
but you know something?
Okay.
I don't really think Neri versus Inoue gonna be that good though, man. Neri, ain't that the same guy that B Figgy knocked out?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to see that shit.
I don't know why they're I think Neri's management said, because there was a rumor about it, then Neri's management said something about it 2 weeks ago. He got interviewed.
It's not even a big fight.
He said he got winner. His manager said he got winner.
Okay, but you ain't got winner if Inoue moves up.
No, true.
Yeah, I hope Inoue just move on up with the WBO and go up there and get you some. That's not even a fight worth seeing. Like B Figgy beat that man too easily, man. Knock that nigga out, man. You don't remember that fight, Rachel?
No, I remember that fight. I definitely remember that fight.
That's like Tank going to fight El Rayo. It's just like El Rayo is Tank's mandatory now because he just beat whatchamacallit, right?
I thought he was just an interim. I didn't think he got the mandatory status yet. He just called him out. El Rayo, Venezuela.
I don't think it got ordered.
Yeah,
No,
he didn't get ordered
I'm
yet.
just saying he's in the place to beat it. He's in the place to become it. But I feel like in the featherweight, who was the WBA champion at 130? Because they dropped their belt or they lost on the scales.
The WBA.
Shakur? No.
Shakur was.
So
no, wait, was Shakur BA or BC?
Shakur had both.
The BC is Ray Vargas.
Okay.
I remember.
He had both.
They ain't got no WBA champ.
No, they don't. Shakur dropped it and nobody picked it up.
So nobody has picked up that belt in over a year and a half.
Nope.
No, because Ray Vargas was moved up from 26, held his belt at 26, moved to fight Oshaki for the WBC. BA wasn't on the line that night either.
Oh, yeah,
and then Ray moved back down.
619. Shakur was the WBO and the WBC. He wasn't even the WBA.
Oh, so who was the WBA?
Who was the WBA?
It was WBO. You're right. Yeah.
Because he got the WBO from
That's a good question.
Jamil Herring and got the WBC from Oscar Valdez.
Right.
Who the fuck was the WBA?
Hey, Coach Amber, what's going on?
Oh,
hi.
Hold on. Wasn't the WBA Oshaki Foster?
No. 130?
Yeah.
No, because he fought Vargas for the BC. He didn't have a strap on him. That it was a vacant.
Okay, ain't Ray Vargas? So Ray Vargas is not the WBC right now, right?
He's BC 26. So he did the linear move. He put his belt on hold in the 26 to move up.
126 doesn't have a WBA champion. That's what it is. The
Lamont Roach is a champ.
At 126?
130, Lamont Roach.
Yeah, I know that. I'm talking about the 120. The 126
126
doesn't have a WBA champion.
No, it's vacant.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Inoue can move up for that fight. He can fight for the WBA. Because the WBA sitting wide open.
Interesting. Hey, Coach Amber.
Espinosa just beat my boy Robeisy Ramirez, so he the other champion. Oh, Leigh Woods was the WBA. Okay, Zena. So what happened? Leigh Woods lost it on a scale or something?
When you get a sec, I want to ask Rachel a question, but I don't want to distract y'all from what y'all cooking on.
I think she fell off.
Damn it!
Yeah, you should have went ahead and hopped in, Amber. Okay.
Well, no, because y'all were all cooking on it, so I didn't want to I didn't want to take the wheel and just take in a different direction. I just wanted to ask her a question real quick.
Oh, Leo Santa Cruz was the WBA and he vacated in December. Okay. So Leo Santa Cruz was the WBA, said Zenith. Okay. So they just got an open WBA champion then. Yeah, that's great for Monster Inoue to move up and go for that. And I would love to see, that's a great fight. I would love to see Monster Inoue versus Espinosa at 126. Because Espinosa and Robeisy Ramirez, that got to be fight of the year right there. Ramirez dropped him early. He dropped Ramirez in the last 20 seconds of the fight. It went down to the wire, and I loved every minute of it, man. Every minute. That was a great fight. If you like good boxing,
he can even fight Ramirez too. I mean, either way, it's still a good fight for him.
Oh yeah,
both of them, either one.
I'm just talking about for him to hop up and go for a belt because you know he's gonna want to move up and fight for a belt.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's vacant, right? It's vacant, so either one would be good for him.
Oh yeah, he can fight Ramirez for that belt. But I want to see how Inoue would do against a volume puncher like Espinosa that can take power, that can take your punch.
That's what Fulton was supposed to be, unfortunately, and it didn't happen that way.
Man, Fulton, man, he looked like he was on some slow-mo. Like they gave him some go slow before the fight.
Yeah, I ain't think something was right there. I said either this man took a dive or they did something to him, but he just didn't come prepared, man. I don't know what it was.
I don't know what it is either, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I know I lost a nice little chunk of money on that shit.
His reaction time was like not there at all.
That's why I said he was on some of that go slow.
It looked like he would. It looked like his like eyes was big. Like, it just looked weird.
It looked like that motherfucker. Looked like he was on a bottle of that wet.
I thought he was on the same shit that dude that Jake Paul fought was on.
Like I said, I thought he was smoking some wet. That nigga was slow as hell, bro.
It looked like he was just standing there getting punched on, like he couldn't even fight.
He
like
was getting beat on, bro. Like I was getting pissed off, bro. Like for real, like that shit was like making me mad because I'm watching one of my brothers just get beat on.
Yeah, like he
fight back, nigga, fight back.
No reaction. And then Inoue was big as hell. Like he looked like he was on snap.
Bro, them Japanese fans was talking all types of shit too. Well, that shit just. And then the insult, the injury, Keith Thurman bum ass. Boy, he hit like a bitch. Boy, anyway, you beat that motherfucker. Like Keith, you dick ride pump motherfucker. At least people getting in the ring. What are you doing?
It's like people just can't be like let's say Inoue was my favorite fighter. I still would be like, man, someone right. He didn't even put up a fight. Like they don't even want to acknowledge it. They just happy that their fighter won.
Right.
That's just like Tyson Fury was beating Deontay Wilder with his wrist. Like his glove was at his wrist, beating Deontay Wilder. Left a damn dent in this man's forehead. Now your forehead is the hardest part of the damn body. How the hell do you leave a dent in a nigga forehead? But everything all good. Okay.
Crazy.
Y'all gonna piss on me telling me it's raining, and I'm not gonna get pissed off. Because I'm pissed on. Hell no. He was slow as shit, Zena. And Inoue looked like he was like 10 years ahead of that nigga. Black Truth 10-0, peace and blessings, Truth. Like Inoue looked like that nigga was on some turbo, man. I said, damn. Speed, and that's why I tell people speed kills. That man had a heck of a lot of speed in that fight.
Every which way, too.
And see, a lot of people sit there and say, timing beats speed. They always say timing beats speed. And one thing I can say, not all the time it don't. You can have the perfect time in the world. If a motherfucker got so much damn speed, he can switch gears on that damn speed and disrupt your fucking timing. Speed, you can't teach speed, man.
Only thing I would say, Upper, by the performance is maybe we could just say another case of staying in the division too long, but regardless, he got his butt kicked, like for real.
Bro, let's be real, man. He got his ass whooped. Shit.
All right, he got his ass whooped. You know.
Damn right. Butt kicking.
I'm G-rated in my house right now, so you know I gotta keep it. I gotta keep it casual.
Yeah, me too. But there's a difference between butt whooped and an ass whipping. Like damn, I got mad for my boy because I was getting mad at the shit he was taking.
Man, that boy made him go pick his own switch and bring it back, didn't he?
Well, the worst type.
That's funny.
That was a hell of an analogy, boy. Like, nigga, go pick out this switch so I can whoop your ass. And he did it. Damn,
So what y'all got on this card coming up this Saturday? The Day of Reckoning.
I got Wilder with a 4th, 5th round knockout.
You betting on the knockout round?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
That's gonna be a good fight.
I hit on that Morrell fight with that 2nd round knockout.
I'm gonna bet that 4th round. Yeah, I like that. I like the odds.
Yeah, I like to pick it down. Yeah, so
How about AJ? What you thinking? Because they supposed to match up in what, a few months, right? In April or something like that. They started putting the negotiation in. We got to see what AJ doing. I think that's gonna be a tougher fight by
And
far.
I feel like when they asked AJ about that fight, he kind of be dancing around it. It don't seem like he excited about it.
Which
Maybe
one?
Wilder.
Oh yeah.
Well, he's seen him face to face now, so he can measure him. So we'll see how that turned out. They're supposed to be meeting up and making some negotiations for after.
That's crazy. I'm like, yeah, it's for the after, but yeah,
But you done took your meds, didn't you?
you know it.
Key not up here. I have her number, but I don't have yours. At some point, we gonna have to fix that. Cause yeah, like that way I can text Key and I can text you whatever and whatnot.
Yeah, they said she was studying for her finals this week.
Yeah, she got finals week.
Upper, can I just touch on something? Cause it's just came out today, hot off the press. You know, y'all know me. Y'all know my pedigree when it comes to USA boxing and amateur boxing. That's what I wanted to ask Rachel about. She most likely got a phone call. That's probably why she dropped
Yeah,
off.
she said she'd be back. There go my number in the private. That's my number in the private chat right there.
Okay, appreciate it. So it has been announced that the problem child himself is going to be partnering with USA Boxing. And before anybody flips out, before anybody flips out, let me explain. He is not going to be fighting.
AB?
He's not going to be fighting. He is simply promoting. There you go.
That's good. That's big. That's big.
That is huge. Like, you say what you want about him as a fighter, but a promoter, the man's a damn good promoter.
Adrian still calls the crowds in.
Yeah, and so it's been announced.
Don King had him fighting that lawyer.
Exactly. So the problem child himself is partnering with USA Boxing. He's not fighting or anything like that. What it is it's a partnership, and he's basically gonna do a social media tour highlighting USA Boxing. It's my understanding that they've given him a ticket to Paris. Like, he's gonna be at the games. He's gonna do like a social media run out in Colorado Springs.
I hope we don't get drunk.
And hey, whatever it takes to get boxing off the chopping block for the Olympic Games, I'm here for it.
Like I said,
I am totally here for it.
They got to replace everybody at the top. That's what's gonna get boxing off the chopping block for the Olympics. They got to replace all them corrupt people at the top.
Hold on 1 second, y'all. Because damn, he done got clipped by AJ. Because is it in yet? Because Democratic fighters, Fulton, Spence, Wilder, Clarissa fans are always complaining about gloves. Now, Clarissa, them gloves wasn't tampered with when she fought. They wasn't tampered with. She just got embarrassed. Okay. But just beat David Avanesian. Now, Deontay Wilder, Tank Davis, Aaron Pryor, Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson, some of the hardest hitters in the history of boxing, have never busted a pair of gloves open. Terrence Crawford busted a pair of gloves open, right? Fulton, the man, they didn't complain about the gloves. They complained about him stacking. He stacked up under the gloves. Is it in yet? And if you have to ask, is it in yet? Then that means you ain't got what it takes to party. And I sympathize with your situation. Because I always get told, take some out. All right.
So, Coach Amber, just a quick question. My guy, my little cousin, he just got ranked number 2 in USA boxing, 147. I'm sorry, welterweight, not 147, 142, I think.
Welterweight
Desai.
is 147.
Yeah, no, an amateur, pro-am. I thought it was 142 or something like that.
Amateur.
Yeah, amateur. Desai Kirkpatrick. So I just actually gave him the link. I told him to hop on too because he's good, man. I thought he got robbed in Ohio. I watched that fight. He should have been number 1, but the guy that took number 1 was the guy he lost to in Ohio.
Who you talking about?
Desai Kirkpatrick.
Oh.
Yeah, he just took a L there, but hopefully he makes it.
There
There she go. Hold on, Coach Amber. Go ahead. I just wanted you to touch on that.
Rachel come back and now Coach Amber Mike messing up.
What happened? Sorry, I had to take a call.
Exactly, that whole boy, the Hulk. Julian Jackson ain't never busted a pair of gloves open. And actually, Rachel and Nonito did not complain about NOA gloves. They complained that they couldn't use their gloves. Idiot.
Who are you talking to?
Is it in yet? He said,
Oh my God, that troll found me. I told you. He has 2 accounts. Is it in yet 1 and is it in yet 2?
Yeah, this is part 2. Well, I think AJ popped his ass. Well, AJ, you ain't clip him all the way. Clip his ass. Put his ass in the dirt, AJ. He said it seems like certain demographic of fighters, Fulton, Spence, Wilder, Clarissa fans, they always complaining about. That's what he's talking about. Oh, Ray done took him out. Yeah.
Dude, they find me. Like, how do they find me? It's weird. It's kind of creepy.
They got an internet GP track on your ass.
I wonder if
100.
That certain demographic of fighters feel the fighters that fight against them feel as though they need to cheat.
Exactly. Crawford busted open some gloves, and I've never seen George Foreman back in the day, Julian the Hulk Jackson, Tank Davis, Deontay Wilder. They're not busting open gloves. So how the fuck Crawford do it? Do you know how tough some brand new fucking gloves is? Like, shit. Them gloves are tougher than brand new leather boots.
Yeah, and they're stiff too.
Exactly. It's tougher than brand new boots. You got to break them bitches in. I like when I get brand new gloves, I like to sit there. I bend them back and forth for about like 3-4 minutes. And like, try to get used to it. Because if not, that shit
Focus mitts are the same way. When they're brand new focus mitts, I hate brand new focus mitts. Like, cause you got to break them in.
Yeah, because if not, you're gonna hurt the inside of your hands inside them gloves. Like them shits hurt your hands if you ain't wrapped up correctly.
Yeah, I like the Grant gloves overall, but I got the elites.
Okay, real quick, because I got Rachel here, and before like my touch screen, it trips from time to time. I was actually just explaining to the panel. First of all, salute Rachel. You already know. I tell people all the time, like I see you as a female OG, along with Coach Christine. Shout out to Coach Christine. I just wanted to ask your opinion on because it just got announced today that Jake Paul himself is going to partner with Team USA Boxing. USA Boxing, and he's not competing or anything like that. He's basically gonna do, from what I understood, he's basically gonna do like kind of like a social media tour with Team USA Boxing. He's gonna be at the games. He's gonna go to Colorado Springs. I'm pretty sure he's gonna have cameras everywhere and most likely be interviewing fighters. And like I was telling the panel, I mean, say what you want about him as a fighter, but the man is a damn good promoter. And I was actually just giving my opinion on it before you came on, but I just wanted to know your thoughts on that.
No, I completely agree. Like the thing is, I mean, first of all, when I went to his fight, his followers are a different breed. They're not boxing people. And if we can get these people to continuously start to watch other fighters, like I said, I think we were in the bar line and someone behind us was saying that, oh yeah, the guy who Andre fought, he was Spanish, I think. And I'm like, I'm clenching Nonito. I'm like, oh my God, how do you not know who the hell Boo Boo fought? You know what I mean? Like that's who we're trying to market to now, because the older generation, and I'm saying older in like air quotes, the ones that really, you know, wanted to watch Legacy and the biggest fights, they're passing out into, you know, in following the fighters that aren't the social media people, right? Like not the Ryan Garcias, not the Jake Pauls and things like that. And I believe that's why we're having problems with the popularity of our sport. And the promoters, like I've always said, like they're stuck in their damn ways. They're like, well, why do I need to try? Like, why do I need to change anything? And they don't tell the story of the boxers. And the way to capture an audience is people to personify the boxer, not just running up the hill, but where he came from, his family, or, you know, his amateur career, or what struggles they're going through, and really just personifying a boxer, not just to be a dogfight, right? And Jake is amazing at getting people out there. It's what he does. So if we can get people to watch at the grassroots level, they'll follow a lot of these boxers into their pro careers, and that just it elongates their career and the sport of boxing to give it another generational boost, because we're missing that generational gap right now. So as long as he's not become a ref or anything like that, then I'm like, if you're just going to do social media, which is your forte, I'm for it. Like, fine, because these promoters, as it is, they hire people to go and do their social media, but it's so bland. It's so, again, it's just archaic the way that they all do it.
If Jake Paul can make enough noise and create enough outrage, because majority of these officials that were crooked, they were from overseas. You know, they were from overseas. And if he can make enough noise and create enough controversy and outrage, because, you know, we're on the chopping block, not this cycle, but the next cycle for the Olympics. Mm-hmm. If he can pull us off the chopping block, I will never say a bad word about that man. If I were to run into him in person, I might kiss him and I'm gay. Like, for real, if he has that much influence and can do that, I would be so appreciative, because that would break my heart. And not only my heart, it would break all these upcoming fighters' hearts to be pulled from the Olympics like that. So I'm actually for it, because this is his wheelhouse. And hey, you know what? At this point, you do you, Jake. Whatever it is you got to do to bring the spotlight on this travesty that we're on the chopping block, I'm all for it.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like I said, as long as he's not going to become a ref or a judge, like, then I'm all for it, because that generational gap. And I think also, like, with things that, like you were saying, the overseas judging and things like that, I think if we highlight the corruption, it will cease to exist, at least, or decrease the amount of robberies that we're seeing and things like that. Because what happens right now is, like, you know, a fighter gets robbed and everyone's like, okay, and just moves on. If there's a microscope on you, you're, you know, less likely to be swayed by, you know, monetary means, or things like that. So I think it's good, because the younger ones, I mean, my boys, of course, they watch boxing. Most of his friends don't. So that's the new generations that's coming up. How do we grasp them? And if it's through Jake, because he knows how to market, then great. Like I said, just don't, he can't be a judge or a ref.
You know, Upper. My man Nadir said, if you would like for him to schedule an interview with Abdullah Mason, he's more than happy to do it, man. He said he could do it. He's in the chat right now. He said he wanted me to ask you if you wanted to do that. Likewise, if you, Rachel, wanted to do an interview, he could schedule it as well for you as well, too.
I appreciate it.
Oh, up not here?
Oh, is he not? Where'd he go?
I'll hit him up in a second. I'll hit him up in a second to make sure that he's here. But I don't know, like, if Jake Paul can somehow clean up boxing, whether it's amateur or professional, I'm not sure if that's incredible or sad. But as long as it gets cleaned up one way or another, like if it takes somebody like Jake Paul, like if the circus has to come to town to make everybody act right, is that incredible or is that sad? I'm not sure. Either way, I don't care as long as it gets cleaned up.
I actually think that's a pretty. Oh, go ahead. I think that's pretty decent. Being that he brings a lot to the sport, even though he's a, like you said, it's celebrity boxer. He's still, boxing has grown. I think in the last 3 years since he's been a part of celebrity boxing. I think our sport, real boxing, professional boxing, and boxing has been growing, and you're getting more people out there that want to box due to him. So he can actually draw lines, and him doing that will bring more to the sport, which is great because I see the views going up every day. Look how many channels we have down on YouTube alone. It's growing like way out of control. Like I love it. I love it coming back.
I mean, the fact that he was demanding like at the fight on Saturday, his front row tickets in section 5 were 2,000 a piece, I think. Like how like you're looking at it that way, but at the same time, like, are we done with the old guard? I think we're done with the old guard. I think we've been done with the old guard. And the only way is for someone that is as disruptive and someone who has a loud enough voice and audience reach to show the old guard, like, okay, I think your time's up and you guys have done it like this for 100 years. Like, y'all are done.
Right. And just to say this, Calcula, I don't mean that I'm putting my faith in it. What I'm saying is everything has a gift and a curse. And being that he actually has brought some spectators back to boxing is huge. Now, him not having the knowledge of the business side of and what is in boxing, yeah, that can hurt boxing, what Rachel was saying. But at the same time, it can actually open new doors. And by opening new doors, that creates also more avenues for boxing and letting the sport grow. That's what I'm discussing. I think that's what Rachel was also saying, because if he's charging $2,000 a seat and he's not even relevant, he's just a YouTuber and a celebrity boxer, imagine what he can do for boxing in itself with real boxing stars.
Then you don't forget, like, when I can't remember which brother it was, but when they fought, they started piecing out their own purse to pad the purses of the fighters underneath him, right? That all the fighters on the card, he pushed up all their purses through his own purse. So that's just to show, like, he understands that these fighters are being underpaid, and he pushed Amanda so hard that that whole thing with Katie Taylor was able to be made. And I don't think that would have happened if he wasn't in the game. I don't think not at that magnitude. Let me say that, not at that magnitude.
And also, too, Jake is coming in with his own money. He's not coming in, oh, I've been grinding up through the streets. So he's able to do more, especially on the business side of boxing. But to add to Jake, I also want to talk about Ryan Garcia, because, like he said, he's a real boxer, but he's also intertwined in that social media YouTube world. And I heard him say, like, hey, I got the new blueprint. Like, I had a fight. I made $30 million. I ain't had no belt. It wasn't a title fight or nothing like that. So I feel like between Jake and then between Ryan Garcia, that will be, as far as the promotion of a boxer, they kind of need to take a look at that and take a page out of their book, these up and coming boxers, and kind of do what they've done. Now, everybody's not social media savvy or whatever, but I do feel like they should be able to hire people to make their presence more known, because people like to watch a story, people like to watch your progress, people like to know where you came from, especially now in this era when you can showcase it. So if more boxers were doing that, especially the ones coming up, I think they'll see a return on it.
Well, I just think it's interesting because like we said, like there's younger generation fighters that are coming into the game. And most of them are YouTubers first or social media stars first. For example, one I met that's at the WBA is a 3-0 fighter, Albert Ochoa. And his claim to fame is he took Kylie Jenner to prom. He's only been boxing for 2 years. He's 3-0, and he just got signed by Bob Santos. Like,
oh, wow.
That's, yeah. Like, you're like, and he's a good looking, like, he's like a younger Ryan Garcia. He's a good looking kid. You know, like, and he's well spoken. Don't exactly know how old he is. I mean, if he did prom 2 years, so maybe he's like 19, 20, possibly 21. And yeah, he's just only fought three fights and he's getting signed. So, I mean, if this is what it means, is boxers need to have more of a social media presence, because I'm all for you telling your story. I'm not super into other people telling your story because they'll skew it in the way that they feel like it. Then you'll be in control of your career that way, because you're bringing this huge fan base with you for fights, and bringing it not just to well, Showtime's gone, but not just to the boxing public, but on your social media platforms like YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and all that stuff. Your followers, I think he has like 250,000 followers on Instagram. So they're following him and they'll follow boxing because of him.
Yeah, you have to build your personal brand. You have to have a personal brand. Otherwise, it's just gonna be like, and you can be. I mean, skill is great, but gonna have to have a little bit more than that.
Yeah, you can't like have skill. I think we've seen a lot where you have skill and then it's like you get the mic in front of you and you're like dead, like zero personality. You know, monotone as shit. Like, not like you don't promote yourself. We don't know anything about you. Great, skillful boxer, but you can't talk. It's like, come on.
I think Nino is hilarious. Not only hilarious, but he's humble. What fight was it that he translated for his opponent?
Oh, Gaballo.
Yeah, like that was just like so sweet and so humble. And he's hilarious. Like, it's hard not to like him, you know?
Yeah. I don't know very many people that don't like Nonito. And if you don't, you're kind of weird, because he's not the trash talker. He could have turned, right? Like, he could have just said like, well, too bad. Like, how do you not speak English? But he has such a genuine heart. He's very authentic. And he just speaks like what's on his mind, and tries his best not to be disrespectful. There's sometimes before he used to say some things that I was like, what did you mean by that? And he's like, I meant this. And it's because his first language is Visayan and then English. So sometimes he'll say things that don't sound technically correct, because he's translating it in his head, but his heart's still there. Like, that's why our room at the WBA was open to all, because we don't have issues with anybody. Like, we're like mom and dad of all these fighters. They trust us. We have open hospitality. Nonito will make you a drink. He's not above that. You know what I mean? Like, he's just like any other dude.
Well, not every dude is like that, but no, I love
these boxers don't have the greatest
Nonito's personality. I really do. He just seems like a fun big kid, pretty much.
Oh yeah, he was wrestling with AB at like 6 o'clock in the morning in our suite, and I was like, "Would you two stop, please?" And yeah, he runs around. Like, even if you saw him at the WBA, he was outside in the corridor. He was like playing tag with our two boys, with no care in the world that he was wearing a suit. You know what I mean? Like, he enjoys life, I guess is the best way to put it.
What
Well,
happened to
God
Upper?
bless you both. Y'all are my favorite couple, my favorite boxing couple. Like it's really true what they say when like we mean that when YouTube has crowned y'all like boxing royalty. Like, yeah, we mean that.
No, I appreciate it. And you know what's funny is, like, I think a lot of people think like that because I think people bet on us, like, to be like the only couple that stays together, right? Like, I couldn't tell you, there was one, oh, it was before COVID. There's two posts. So one was COVID. Nonito had gone to train in San Francisco for like 2 weeks. So I was acting like a single mom. And before he went into full-fledged camp, which didn't end up happening because of COVID, I was like, I'm going to Cabo with my girlfriends for the weekend. So I went, and I was like, single mom life is hard. I don't know how y'all do it. I got calls from all the journalists, and I'm like, what? They're like, what's going on with you, Nonito? I'm like, what? Like, dude, I'm in Cabo. They're like, yeah, but you said single mom. I was like, that's pretty much what it is when your husband leaves. I was like, I can't do it. Like, Jesus, I need him, here. Then the second one was stupid. It was like last year. We both have Androids before. We always had identical phones. Then he got the newest iPhone. So I took a picture of both of the phones, like iPhone and Android, and no one looked at the picture, but they read the caption that said, after much debate, we decided to go our separate ways. And I was like, whose phone is which? But everyone just read the first part of it. Then my phone blew up again. Stop doing that. You're scaring us. Da, da, da. I was like, dude, read the freaking caption fully and look at the picture. Like, y'all are weird.
It's because we're all traumatized. We love y'all as a power couple so much. It's like mommy and daddy are fighting. Everybody freaks out.
Yeah. No, like, and that's the funny part. Like, I don't know how other people do it, but like, people ask, like, how have y'all been together since 2008? It's like, well, 2007, got married in 2008, but I'm like, that's my best friend. Like, we screw around all the time. We're competing on stupid stuff. Like, we go to the range. If he calls, it's we're shooting 9s or we're shooting 45s, we're competing. If we go bow and arrow compound, same damn thing. We're competing and seeing who's gonna hit the target at the longest range. Boxing, jiu-jitsu, anything. We compete. Like, it's the dumbest thing, but it keeps our like friendship alive.
You got some grip on you if you fire in 45s, because man, my paws are getting soft. I feel it. I don't know if it's from the boxing and from the pad work or what, but sometimes I come home and I'm like, man, my paws hurt.
Yeah, Rachel, no joke. She got like competitive bones all throughout her body. Hey, Rach, I wanted to make a mention of the number 2 prospect in the USA. His name is Josiah Kirkpatrick. He's according to Ray Davis. I think that's his family. He's number. I want to say he's number 2 in the USA rank.
I've heard of Josiah. Why have I heard of?
He's in the chat with us right now.
Yeah, he's in the
We
chat.
want to say hello to you. Oh, there go Ray.
Oh, hi. Yeah, like, I've heard of him. I might have heard about him when I went over to TMT gym, because we were talking to Carmel and some other guys over there, and they were talking about other boxers that were coming up. So I think that's probably where I heard about him.
Yeah, he's coming into 140 soon. He can jump up though. He in there. He's in there. He's in the chat. Good guy, young, smart, talented boxer. He's been working hard. Out of the school of Coach K down in Virginia, Norfolk. doing his thing, and he's bringing it home. Hopefully, he gets the Olympics, and that's one more step, and then he turns pro soon. Nice, he'll be a great prospect, and soon, hopefully, a good champion.
Yeah, all he needs to do is just focus and train hard. I mean, it sounds like generic because that's what everybody says, Mayweather says, but literally, like, you just got to focus on your goal and tie it all in. Like, don't let other things distract you, and keep your mind right and positive. Because one of the biggest things that ruin boxers is not that they didn't have the skill; it's their belief in themselves. They have to believe in themselves. It's okay to be nervous, but you have to believe in yourself. No one can give that to you. No one can train you. You have to train your mind to be able to be in that warrior mode that this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to come out victorious.
Facts. 100%.
Ray, what were you gonna ask me earlier? I mean, now that Rachel's here too,
No.
Well, 2 cents. Yeah, I love having other women on the panel because I don't know. I just don't want to be like the speaker for all women. I like having like another woman to be like, see, like, what were you gonna ask?
I don't even remember. That was I would have to slide
No.
back.
You said it was something about your nephew and amateur boxing.
Yes. I was just asking. Jeez, what was it? I can't even recall. Honestly, it was. I'd be having stuff off the top of the dome, and I just throw it out there.
You said that he was just ranked number 2.
Yes, he had just got to number 2. Oh, no, because we had dived into the other thing about promotions and stuff, and I was asking if you had any knowledge of them and things like that, being that you're in the amateur game a lot. That's all, because he's really talented. He's been pushing lately, and he's
what age group? Because I'm not gonna lie. I pay attention. I try to pay attention to the elite always because it's the elite. That's who's going to the Olympics. That's who's next up. But I do pay attention to fighters who are within my age group also.
Yeah, no, I
had one female fighter that was from Bantam all the way up to elite, and everybody that was 5 and up, I knew who they all were because I had to pay attention. But what age group is he in?
He's in the chat. Just are you 21, right? If he's still there, he wasn't there. Go ahead, type it up.
I got a question for you too.
Let's see if he's still there. If not, I'll send him a text. You get nervous. I hope not. Hold on, let me just see. I believe he's
okay. So he's in
he's in pro. I know that. I just don't know the exact age group. I know he's 21. But
no, if he's 21, he's elite. Once you're 18, that's it. Yeah, you can be 18 fighting a 34-year-old man. Like, it does not matter.
Yeah, he's been,
because I think they stop it at 35. Then you're considered master.
Actually, it's actually funny because he's been sparring. Actually, everybody that's been in fights recently. He's basically been getting guys ready for their fights. So he's always on the road, or he's definitely focused. He's doing this thing. He's in the gym, like I say. He's always in there, and he. I mean, let me see. Kenny, I'm lost. I'm actually so excited. I'm actually a little lost right now, which is hard for me to be. Yeah, he's definitely elite. That I know, but he just like I said, he's just out there. He's doing his thing. I think he has like one more fight or something. Like I said, it's better for him to speak on it because I really don't get into his thing like that. Like,
and he's around welterweight because the Olympic weights, the Olympic weights and the professional weights, they are different.
Yeah, that I know.
But if he's ranked around welterweight and he's number 2, I mean, I could look him up as soon as I hop off.
He is. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I could just log into my account and just pull up the rankings.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see something.
Hey, Rachel, somebody asked in the chat, was there any good or interesting fights ordered at the WBA convention?
The only one that's interesting that I was looking at was because that's where the fight all started, was Zarafa versus Lara. Is supposed to be ordered, or was ordered, I guess I should say. the other ones, there was not really any big ones that stood out to me that I'm like, okay, well, that was a big deal.
Just out of curiosity, because just out of curiosity, out of all the like, because I'm pretty sure you've probably been to every convention, like as far as the sanctioning bodies. Which one throws the best convention? Just on a social level, which one throws the best convention?
The way that I think it's BC, because the thing, okay, so when Zenith is asking about like what was ordered, the thing with the BA is you go up to the mic, you request, right? Blah 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 blah. Mandatories should be announced within a week after the convention. So will the approval of the requested ratings. At the BC, they move it on spot. So what you argue for, and if
Really?
mandatories, yeah, that's if you go look at go and look at, I think, I don't know who posted the live, but go WBC Convention 2023 and it'll show you like the live of the ratings and the mandatory sessions. And what they'll do is they have a working Excel spreadsheet on the projector. And let's say you want your number 9 to switch places with number 7 because number 7's been inactive. They'll ask if there's a rep for number 7. If, and if you present a good enough argument, if number 7's not there and he can show that number 7's been inactive, they'll copy paste switch right there. So it's more fun
so
because
dope.
you're like, yeah, I like it because nobody wants to wait. Like we don't, you're arguing for your position. You want to see it happen in real time. So you walk away like satisfied that they heard you and they put action to it. So that's why the BC ones are really heated, because you're arguing real time, not, you leave and it's you have to wait to see if your petition was granted.
That is super dope because like when matching bouts in the amateurs, of course at the national level they don't do nothing like that. But at any tournament that's not advancing and you have to get what they, a quote unquote match bout. Well, even at nationals, like, yeah, you can see the seeds in real time and stuff like that. But yeah, a tournament that's not advancing, that's how they do it. Both coaches have to be present and both have to agree. So like if I were to agree, but the other coach doesn't, it doesn't happen. Or if the other coach isn't there, it won't happen. I did not know that. That is dope that they at least do that in real time. It's just, people at the top just playing games, but that's dope. I did not know that.
Yeah, that's why at the BC last year sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. No, I just wanted to let Coach Amber, he's back in the chat if she had any questions, but y'all can continue.
Yeah, so last year when we were at the BC, when we were going up against Jason Maloney, Nonito was number 4. I argued him to number 2 because, he was 4. So 2 and 3 was Jason beat number 2, and then 3, I can't remember who 3 was at this point, but I pulled up their box rec and started arguing the points of like number 2. Yeah, he just lost to Jason Maloney. He only moved down 1 spot, but 4 fights ago, he fought a guy just coming off of his debut. Now, if y'all want us to do that, we could pick a tricycle driver off the street, beat his ass, and start padding up our record. But quality over quantity, right? So that's how I moved Nonito up to 2. And then, of course, Jason's team's like, what are you trying to do? I was like, I'm coming for your neck. I was like, I don't know what you thought I was doing. And they're like, because I argued number 1. And then we agreed that they would fight for the vacant. Now, the next day, Nonito's like, I don't want to go to mandatories. Why do we need to go to mandatories? We already secured a fight with Jason Maloney. And I was like, because I don't trust them. Sure enough, when 18 came in, I think I was talking to the boxing boys, like they had a podcast. So I was just sitting there wasting time. And 18 came up and I saw Jason go up to the mic. And I'm like, wait. And I ran off of the podcast and I pulled Nonito. I go, get up there. They're trying to push Jason as email champion so he doesn't have to face you. So you have to be like on your toes in, you know, these little games that they play.
Outside, piled up on top. I guess I'm saying.
Rachel Donaire for president.
Hey, Ray, do you have to be invited to these conventions? Like, how do the YouTubers get there?
No, you could either go as media, that's one, or two, like you could purchase tickets.
Going to the,
that's how all the fans come, and they can hobsnob with, you know, all the boxers and the officials and stuff like that, because they throw, like, every night there's a dinner. Everyone goes to dinners, the galas, the award ceremonies and stuff like that. And they give you a badge. So I think BA this year, I think it was like a $200 ticket for the whole week. And that includes, like, you know, food throughout the whole week and stuff. But yeah, as long you just buy a ticket.
Okay, cool.
And of course your travel, hotel, and all that good stuff, right?
Yeah.
Well, Rachel, you and Nonito let me know when it comes around next year so I can make sure I get my ticket early.
I think I gotta check it because the last two WBAs have been in Orlando Caribe Resort, because I think Box Lab throws promotion fights the week of the WBA.
Which one you think is the best one between the WBA, WBC, and all them?
I mean, I think, like, when it comes to ratings and rankings and stuff like that, I think BC, because they do it on the spot.
I'm sorry, which one you think had the best gala?
He's talking about the social part. The social part.
Oh, yeah. That's hard because each pulls like different people. Like,
yeah, I know a lot of people don't go to the IBF one a lot because a lot of people ain't trying to make that 10-pound weight adjustment.
Yeah. I haven't been to the BO. Nonito's been to the BO. And I kind of wanted to go to the BO this year because it was in the DR and I've never been. So I was like, maybe we should just to go. But the BA and the BC, they pull different crowds. Like, so like the BC last year was, it was like Tarver, Alicia went to both. And then just a lot of different personalities, and it seems like the other side goes to the BA. So Morel was at the BA, so was Beevil, Choi, who was supposed to fight Alicia. She showed up to the BA again, but she never goes to the BC.
Oh yeah, really is the WBA, him and Tank. Yep.
Yeah, so you'll see different fighters at different events. That's why it's hard to be like, oh, do you like which one more? Because certain fighters, like, you know, especially if they're holding the title, like you won't see Rolly going to a BC, he holds the BA. You know, so things like that.
Which one's the best to turn up at? How about that?
Yeah.
Well, if
I mean, either way, it's Rachel and Nonito's room is the turn up at the end.
Say that one more again, Rach. Say that one more again. That's the turn up.
Yeah.
When she said it, I said, whichever one Rachel and Nonito's at, that's where the turn up is at.
Yeah, I feel like that's why they invite Nonito to parties, because Nonito is the one that'll grab the mic. He's the one that'll start dancing. He's the one that'll start singing. He's the one getting up on chairs, challenging Fundora. You know, just stupid stuff like that where it's fun and it's not so serious. I feel like that's why they invite us, because they know that
then you guys
we're gonna
straight Animal House
DJ already in the family.
Yeah, that too. We have I'm telling you, everybody, when they got to our room, they started asking Jay for music and stuff like that, and everyone was surprised that he was making the beats like real time, and then would just be like, "Okay, that was a 3-minute song. I'm done. What do you want me to play? What do you want me to make next?"
Hold on 1 second, Rachel. Yes, AJ64 they do. That's why I said there won't be a lot of people going to the IBF, because a lot of people can't make that 10-pound right hydration. That's why you don't get the same type of people going. That's why I respect Sabril Matias and Boots Ennis and them, because they got strict diet laws where they stick to the 10-pound rehydration limit, unlike Haney and them. But go ahead, Rachel.
Oh, speaking of Rach, yeah, can I ask you about that? Because I know the IBF rehydration clause, like I know that's like just off the rip. Does that apply in unifications and
No,
like undisputed? Okay, that's
Nope.
what I thought. That's what I thought. Thank you.
That's
no,
why
they
people
they
get
bow.
another belt. They get another belt, so they ain't got to worry about the IBF rule.
Yeah, but like I told you, I think 10 pounds to a 105 pounder is different from 10 pounds for a 175. So, I mean, I think it should be percentage, but I mean, I'm not the IBF. They made that rule and they're not moving from it.
I like it too. It separates the real from the fake. But they used to call Spence a weight bully, but Spence used to be IBF champion, so he couldn't come 10 pounds heavier. So how's he a freaking weight bully? He ain't Devin Haney pounding up 30 pounds. I'm just being honest. This man can only go up 10 pounds at the time. And that's when, and he fought Mikey Garcia. Everybody say he was weight bully versus Mikey Garcia. He was the IBF champion when he fought Mikey Garcia. So he couldn't.
I have a lot of respect for Boots, because first of all, doing the IBF, but then when you see Boots in person, he's a big dude too. He's not as big as Morrell,
He's
but
5'10".
yeah, what the hell? Like when I went to Boots' gym, like I was like, even though Nito, he's like, damn, you a big boy.
But look, Rachel, he came in at 145 his last fight.
I don't know how dude's big. And he's not fat. He's wide and tall.
Why? It's because he's young right now. He's still young.
That's true.
I was gonna say it's that youth. It's that youth that bounce back, that drop it and pick it back up.
Once you hit about 27, 28, you put on weight a whole lot differently.
Look, Josiah know Boots very well. He in the chat. He'll tell you.
He's right here on the thing. Welcome, Josiah. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How you doing?
You had to cut me down in the background, though.
My fault. I'm in the car right now. That's why I'm on my way to the gym. Can you hear me?
Okay. So let's see what
Just turn the dial down a little bit, Josiah. Just turn. Yeah.
If we all mute, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Is it better?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry. I was saying, yeah, I trained. I was about to say, I was just in Philly not too long ago, like last week. No, Saturday. I was in Philly on Saturday training with Boots.
Yeah, what he about 175, 180?
Man, I'm pretty sure he walk around at that.
Yeah.
He walk around probably like 180.
That man gets immaculate. I'm 6'3". I know what I'm 6'3". When my age changed, it was no way I was making them. Like when I was 6'3", the lowest I get down was about 165, and I was pushing it there. And I couldn't do that after I passed the age of 25. It wasn't getting no low like that again.
Once you hit your max weight, or a weight that you never reached before, it's hard to get back down to where you used to be, or what you normalize seeing, or what you normalized seeing. Because that's how it was for me going to the Nationals. I used to fight at 139. I couldn't make that like starting last year anymore. I couldn't make that anymore, and now I fight at 147.
How do you pronounce your name? Because there's so many on the panel that text look extra small to me. How do you pronounce your name, sir?
Josiah.
Okay, Josiah. Okay.
Yes.
So did you just, if I'm correct, you just got ranked number 2?
Yes.
Was that just recently here in Louisiana, or was that the cycle before?
Louisiana. It was just recently, like last week.
Oh, damn! I didn't even know that they dropped the rankings. Look at me. So how were you a seed, or did you? How many nights did you have to fight? Or
I had to fight every night. I had to fight 5 nights. I wasn't ranked yet.
Woo-wee. So tell the people how hard it is to make weight 5 nights in a row?
5 nights in a row. It was crazy. it was hell, literally. Like, cause it's I fight at 147, so I'll have to eat a good breakfast, good meal in the morning, sleep, get enough. I was about to say once I wake back up, I get enough like juice, like like protein, all that, everything I need to get back in my body. I'll do that. I'll probably end up going into the fight probably like 155, and then probably like lose 2 pounds during the fight. So I'll really come back every night at 153, and I have to lose that to fight again tomorrow, to be able to fight again tomorrow.
Okay, so where did you place in the tournament? Like as far as at the very end, like where did you place?
I went all the way to I went all the way to the finals and lost split decision 3-2.
Did you how do I say, did you fight every quarter? Because the nationals, they're quarterly.
Did I fight every quarter? No, I did not. This was the first one I've been to in a while, probably in like a year.
Wow.
I didn't do 2022, and then yeah.
No. I mean, like, because there's especially in Olympic cycles and things like that, because the trials are going on. Well, the trials already gonna happen, but there's always a tournament that's in the first 3 months of the year. Then the second half. I mean, the first half. Then the second half, and then we into December.
Yeah, I didn't do any. I didn't do any of those. Like last year, the year before, and the year before that. So, yeah, it was mainly just This was my first one in a long time. Like,
what about this year? Like, was this like this? I'm talking about this year.
This year, yeah, this was my first one. This was my first one.
Young man, you know that if you make it to the quarterlies, that has to do with how you're ranked.
Nah, I didn't know.
Yes, sir. Because every time that you place 1 through 3, you get different points. Basically you get different points. I think just for entering the tournament, you get 1. Placing 1 through 3, I think it's like 3 points. Winning second place is 4, and if you take the whole enchilada, it's 5. Like, you just get 5 off the rip. I have seen so many talented fighters that don't get their proper ranking simply because they can't afford to travel to another state every 3 months. So, I mean, the fact that you came in at number 2, against the whole country, that's impressive. That's very impressive.
Thank you.
But keep that in mind. Like, keep that in mind before you get off. Drop your social media, whatever. That's why fundraisers are important. And donations are important to help these fighters make it to these tournaments. Because some of these fighters that are ranked number 1 and number 2, they're not the best in the country. They can just afford to compete. So
that's true.
Exactly. So just keep that in mind. That is impressive. That is impressive.
It's a lot of. I was about to say. That's the mindset you really have to go into the any tournament with, though. Because like ranks really don't matter, to be honest. It's a lot. That's how
they do, but they don't. They do because on paper they do, yeah. But just because where you're ranked don't mean you're the best. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, and then not only that, there's the flip side of that. I love USA Boxing. I've been a member for 25 years, but they have their darlings. You know what I mean? They have their they definitely have their darlings and who they favor, and sometimes it shows. Now, luckily, with the whole corruption overseas, none of it came from the U.S. But as far as stateside on this side, they do have their darlings, and the staff has their favorites. So, if you're not a darling and you're not a favorite, you definitely got to work twice as hard. So for you to come out of because they had it somewhere different this year, right? They had it at Lafayette.
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
Shreveport. It wasn't Shreveport this year.
Yeah, it wasn't Shreveport. They used to have it in Lake Charles, but
Yeah, I remember that.
yeah. So the fact that you were able to take it that far and put your flag in the number 2 like that, yeah, that's dope. Like that's really really dope.
Thank you. That's all. I've been getting the best work recently, so I was about to say I feel like I deserved it. I fit, I really wanted the number 1 spot, but you can't get them all. I had to take that. I just had to take that loss.
Where are you based out of then? Like I heard you say you trained with Boots last week. Are you in Philly or?
No, I'm from Jersey, Newark, New Jersey. Well, I'm not from Newark, New Jersey, but I train out of Newark, New Jersey.
So you know the Price? Do you know the Price brothers?
The Price brother, yes. Dylan and
Dev?
the brother one. Yes,
Devin.
yeah.
The little bigger brother? Yeah, Devin.
Yeah. The little bigger brother.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to. I gotta ask Nonito because he's been in touch with Dylan. I think we're supposed to go out to a fight at Atlantic City. I think in January.
Oh man. Is it the January 12th? Is it the January 12th show? Like
Yeah. 13 or 12 or 13, I think.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the 12th because I know a lot of people that's fighting on that card.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We're gonna be out there for that one, I believe.
They're both fighting on that card?
As far as I know, it's only Dylan.
Oh, okay. Because I know the little brother is, well, that's probably for him to tell y'all. But I know he's about to turn pro. I'm pretty sure.
Dev?
Yeah, he has a fight.
He already fought. Yeah, he fought on the card that was in Philly. Oh God, was it February or something? Earlier this year? And then he fought again. I swear he has like 2 or 3 already. All knockouts.
I didn't even know.
I'm pretty sure. Because he was on Dylan's undercard for that February fight that the Price Promotions did in Feb that we went out to. Nonito worked Dylan's corner.
Okay.
So you said that you're fighting out of Jersey? Is that what I heard?
Yes.
Okay, but you're not from there. Where are you from? You got to shout out your hometown, man. Come on.
I train in Newark, but I'm from Long Branch, New Jersey.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got to do that by way of. You got to do that by way of.
I was gonna get there.
Upper, you on?
Say it again, please.
No, I was asking Upper because I kind of just hijacked the show. But are you there, Upper?
I've been letting y'all go ahead and rock. It's good. Go ahead. I've been typing in the chat.
All right, cool. So you placed at nationals, but when you fought, like it was nationals, it wasn't the qualifier, right?
No, it wasn't.
Okay, yeah. Let me just explain to folks because there is a difference. To the Olympic qualifiers, you have to have enough points. And keep this in mind. This is why I say just because you are ranked, at least in the amateur, I'm going to stay in my own wheelhouse. Just because you are ranked number 1 does not mean you are the best. It's just a matter of, being able to afford to travel. And, same things, even like on the Olympic level, you have to accumulate a certain amount of points. First of all, you got to make the performance squad, and then you got to make Team USA, and then like while you're doing this, once you do that, you travel the world, whether it's the Pan Games. I've said in the past I'm a big fan of duels and stuff like that. Depending on where you place, it accumulates points. Because in the past, I've seen somebody lose the Olympic trials and still make Team USA over who they beat simply because that other person didn't have enough points. So, the imperfectness of boxing it's not just at a professional level. USA Boxing has a near and dear place to my heart, but it's far from perfect. But it has came a long way. So, like, where do you want to go from here? Like, are you willing to stay around another cycle? Because I'm not sure if you realize or not that the next Olympic cycle, boxing is on the chopping block. We don't even know if it'll be a part of the Olympic Games, or are you looking to possibly go pro? Because I know, that's the reason Devin Haney didn't go to the Olympics. Virgil didn't go to the Olympics because they kept playing with the ages. Like, what's your next benchmark? I guess that's what I want to ask. What's your next benchmark?
I already know what I'm about to do. I'm probably gonna do. I'm going to the Golden Gloves. Most likely when I win that, I'm gonna have to do the Golden Glove Nationals. Probably gonna do. I'll be fighting. I fight in Puerto Rico sometimes or frequently. I've been fighting there every year, like international, little international show. So I'll probably do just a couple more fights and then I'm turning pro. It's not that. It was that hard for us to decide that. Well, for my team to decide that.
And you know what? I'm not mad at that, especially considering that we don't know how the dice are going to land on the next Olympic cycle. I get it. Like, yeah, get yours 2 feet in. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm not. I wasn't waiting for the Olympics. I'm not waiting for the Olympics. I'm not gonna lie. 2020. I'm not. 2028. Yeah, especially since hearing all the stuff that you just said, that they might not even have boxing in the next Olympics. It definitely wasn't no doubt that I'm going pro. I'm going pro.
You see a lot of fighters like that just would rather just turn pro. 4 years is a long time, and considering where you guys are at now with not knowing if the next Olympics is going to be there, like how do you give your entire life and then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, so y'all are not in the next Olympics, like you just wasted 4. But like Nonito, when he fought for Olympic trials in 2000, he lost a controversial decision to Brian Valoria, and he sat in the ring and protested it. And they were like, hey, listen, like, we're giving it to Brian this year. You can have the next 2004. And while you're waiting for 2004, we'll give you a scholarship to, I think Michigan had a boxing scholarship then. But yeah, now his dad was like, you're not going to college, you're turning pro. So, and the rest is history. And how old are you?
I'm 21. I'm 21. I'm about to turn 22 in April.
Yeah, so, Coach Amber at this point, like he starts, waiting another 4 and all this other stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be way too late.
You're gonna be like 30 by the time you turn pro.
Yeah, I'm like, I might as well do it. I'm turning pro in my prime. I'm not waiting 20. I'm be like 26, damn near 30.
Yeah.
If I was waiting for the next Olympics.
And then there's the transition years of you changing from amateur style to pro style, right? So.
True. 100% true.
Yeah, you'll be like 35 by then.
Well, not only that, a lot can happen because let's say you had the year of your life as an amateur, and then okay, you miss this cycle. Going into the next cycle, you there's no guarantee you're gonna rank up the same amount of points. Like there's no guarantee. So that's why some of these fighters, you see them, especially because for a while there they kept playing with the ages. Because I think at one point you could qualify like at 16, 17. And then they started just playing with the ages, which resulted in, a lot of fighters kind of just turning pro. Because when I say messing with the ages, I'm not talking about just the ages, but the month. Because like coming up through the amateurs, you have to be a certain age by a certain month in order to qualify for that age group. And when you start moving the months back and forth, it's like, at a point, it's like, come on, like, stop playing games.
Yeah.
Stop playing games.
They did that with elite, like the elite males. They did. At first, I remember probably at least like a couple of years ago or not too long ago, it was like, 17. But it was like, I forgot what month you had to be. So like, I don't know. It was very strange, but they did it to one kid, and they had to unrank. They had to take his ranking back he was from Newburgh, New York too. I forgot his name. They had to take his ranking back because he was 17, and he just did all that. He did all that, and I think he was like
exactly like they out here breaking hearts for real.
Yeah,
like
so
just by changing the month. Like it's not fair. It's not right. Like the age, whatever, that's between them. But whatever month they need to pick a month, and that just needs to be it.
Yeah.
Because when you start changing the month, like you out here breaking dreams, and it's really not right. I actually had a fighter that actually qualified for the Olympics, and then for the performance team to qualify for the Olympic trials, and then COVID happened. So that threw everything out of whack. And then that last qualifier, we couldn't make it because the head of our gym actually, passed away. So she didn't get those last points that she needed. And she decided to wait a whole other cycle. And that's the cycle that, just passed. And unfortunately she came up short. But, it's not perfect, but it would break a lot of hearts if they really pull that off the chopping block. But so I totally get why like fighters like yourself and these others are like, yo, I'm just going pro, because if you miss this cycle or if something happens, there's no guarantee you're going to have that same run 4 years down the road, and the money and everything that it costs to get there. Like, I get it.
Yeah. Believe it or not, it's supposed to be a lot of pros. It's supposed to be from what I'm hearing, and when I was out there, a lot of the Olympic trials kids, they was talking about after they lost, or after some of them lost, they were like, yeah, I'm going pro. I'm going pro. So I just know to expect, you're gonna expect to see a lot of pro, like a lot of young kids. It's like 18, fresh 18 turning pro.
But Coach Amber, for boxing, you can, what is it, 17 that you can qualify, or no?
Depending on what month you were born. That's what we're saying. Depending on what month you were born, because that means you'll be 18 by a certain age. I mean, by a certain time.
Well, at least you guys didn't have 14s. They I don't know if they switched it in Taekwondo, but they were allowing 14s to fight in the qualifying division. Who were there a bunch of knockouts? Those 14-year-olds shouldn't, like 13 just turning 14 and fighting like full grown adults getting knocked out. So I'm
calling the police. No. Wait, the younger ones knocking out the older ones?
No, the older ones knocking out so I remember because this 14-year-old stepped into my division. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And I knocked her. And then I felt bad. because she didn't remember what happened, and her dad was mad at me. And I'm like, why'd you put her in our division? Like, she wasn't ready. Like, also not going to lose to a 14-year-old, but come on.
Rachel, you just keep getting yelled at, don't you?
I get yelled at all the time.
Dad,
I'm calling the
got people
police.
stalking
I'm
you.
calling the police.
Oh. Yeah, it was weird in Taekwondo, but we had the same thing that you guys had as far as the points. And you're right, Coach Amber. Like there were teams that started getting sponsorships from companies just to be able to go around and collect the points. And then the other people, that couldn't, even though that they were great fighters, they couldn't travel. They couldn't go to Germany, all expense paid, and rack up points there, and then come back and fight this state and that state and this state. Like I think all sports goes through transitions. Before, there used to be state championships, so our nationals were huge. It was retarded. If you were top 4 in a state, you could go to nationals, and then top 4 from nationals goes to team trials, right? And so forth. But then, and I would try to knock out every state I could, but then they consolidated it to qualifiers for regions. So I'd knock out certain regions, West Coast region. I went to East Coast one time. And then, so those were 2 regions. Then the military region I had because I was military, and then collegiate. So I took the collegiate spot. So I took out 4 spots so I wouldn't have to fight that many people when it came to trials.
I wish they brought back collegiate. We don't really have that anymore. I know there's like 1 or 2 schools, but it's not like a region like you said. But I wish they bring that back, because then that's another opportunity to collect points. Like Golden Gloves, you used to be able to get points off of Golden Gloves, but then they got too big for their britches and started wanting to like bend the rules. And USA Boxing was like, all right, bet. Now whoever wins, they don't get those points unless they've changed it back. But yeah, like that was a whole controversy, because for the longest, if you won national Golden Gloves, it counted towards your national points. But they wanted to start playing with the rules, and USA Boxing pulled their card.
Yeah, as if I know right now, it doesn't count like towards anything. It's just a tournament now.
Bragging rights, but I mean, it's still impressive. It's still impressive.
My first one, I just went to it last year, but I didn't know it was like that. Because that was my first time. I won Golden Gloves every time as a kid. I just got back into boxing probably like 2 or 3 years ago. Like 2020, I started doing it right before COVID, and then COVID right after I started COVID, I started training in the park and all that. So, or my team started training in the park. So, like once we started traveling again, we went to, the first thing I did was the Golden Gloves, and then I won that, and then went to Golden Glove Nationals. And I thought I'm like, I was nervous. I didn't know it was like that. It's literally just like the Nationals.
How long was your hiatus?
Say it again. I couldn't hear you.
She said, how long did you leave boxing for?
I left boxing for like I left it for 2 or 3 years. 2018, and I left in 2018, and I just got back 2020. I came back 2021.
I mean, that's a pretty good chunk. And then to still be, top in the country, because that, when you're younger, time is different. Like how we were talking about waiting 4 years. When you're younger, 4 years is a lifetime. When you get older, it's just like winter, summer. But that's a good chunk, and still be able, to come in number 2 in the nation. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Josiah, can you
took over your show. Sorry.
Josiah, before you leave, can you drop your social media in the chat? I don't know if you did, and I just didn't see it. But
okay, I'm about to do it right now.
I'd love to follow your career. And panel, Coach Amber, Thomas Hill, Ray, Upper, and 2 Cents. I'm going out. It's Taco Tuesday.
Oh yeah, we about to shut
So
it down anyway. I was letting everybody get their final thought, and I was about to shut it down after y'all finish as well.
I can't miss Taco Tuesday. It's a weekly
Hell
thing.
nah, that's bad to miss Taco Tuesday. But we can go through the panel. Everybody give y'all last thought. You can start it off, Rachel.
All right. Always great chopping up with you guys. It's fun to have these intellectual conversations without, any weird, heated, emotional arguments. Which I feel like the women on this panel, I'm going to give us props because I feel like we calmed down some of the emotions. But always love chopping it up with you guys. And just again, like drop that stuff in. I want to see you win. Hopefully see you soon.
Exactly.
And if you're in Atlantic City, for sure, I'll see you there.
Okay.
Yeah, make sure you drop your Instagram just so I can follow you.
Yep.
I got
you. Maybe do
all
some
right.
videos.
Love you guys.
Pause on them too, so that the world can
Love you
follow.
too, Rachel. I'll see you later.
All right, Ray. Good talking to you.
Bye.
Josiah, something.
I'm about. Man, I appreciate everybody, especially Ray. Ray, I appreciate you for letting me come in here. Let me talk. Let me get just like I'm not really a talker like that neither. So this is new to me. I need to start getting used to this, for future references. And I appreciate everybody else in here for letting me talk. I'm
gonna follow you on Instagram, and if you got any footage you want out there, I'll make a couple videos on you and put your footage out there for people to watch you if you want, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a content creator also, Josiah.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna follow you on Instagram, and I'm gonna shoot you a DM.
I had put it in the chat. I don't know if you guys seen it or not.
Yeah, it's in the private chat.
Oh, it's in the private. Okay.
Well, I was gonna say I don't know if you want to. I was gonna say drop it in the public, in the public chat.
I'm about to do that.
That way you get
if you
more
do it
fans
from up here, go to
comments.
comments. Make sure you go to comments.
Get the light for you.
Yeah, bring you some eyes. Bring you some eyes.
Start dropping some of your videos on there.
Cause you got Coach Amber, she big time heavy up in the amateur circuit. And Rachel got connections like nobody's business. We get you out there, man. You just go in there in that ring and handle your business. Next thing you know, you gonna
I
be
just
the
followed
top.
you, Josiah. I'm already following you. It's Upper Echelons Entertainment. That's me.
He might be in the private. Oh, he might be in the chat. Because I think you
now.
there? Okay. All right.
I didn't know what I was doing.
It's all right. They just responded to you. Yeah. Thanks for coming up, man. I appreciate it. It's all love, fam.
Yeah, appreciate you.
I got out here that can help you, and that's what we want to see. We want to see you grow, man, because we want you on that screen. We want to be paying for your pay-per-views one day. That's all. And tell your mom you at home. You coming to the gym? You coming over here, or you going to Newark?
I'm about to leave in like 10 minutes to go to Newark.
Oh yeah, you got to fly. Go ahead, man. You get up out of here. Thank you.
All right, thank you guys. I appreciate everybody in here.
No problem, bro. You keep your head up, man. Keep that chin tucked. Keep that chin tucked, and always keep that other hand out, and keep that your least dominant hand at home, man.
Hey,
always pick up that phone.
Just tell who you started with, man. Tell who you started with that defense.
I started with K Karoma.
And that footwork, make sure that footwork on point.
Everything on point, man.
So,
gotta make sure.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, baby boy?
He good. He good. Obviously. He be out there with him.
Yeah, EJ working with Blu-ray right now, AJ. He looking real good right now. He about to step on Crawford on the rematch.
I seen a picture of EJ. He looking excellent shape. I'm like, oh, I can't wait.
Shit this time.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Go ahead, Coach Amber, 2 cents. Either one, don't matter.
Well, like I said earlier, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, let me just hop off because I didn't mean to take over your show. I started out just wanting to ask Rachel something, and then whatever happened, it turned into.
Coach Amber,
yo, we was just talking about that, Coach Amber. You just got to cook and put the season.
I sat back and listened. And let y'all cook. It's okay. I told y'all can do that. You was
That
up
was
here
good
with the Hall
content.
of Famer Rachel Donaire. I sat back, let you do your thing. That's what it's for. It ain't for me to sit there and take over and make my voice heard all the time. No, I listen to everybody else too. Shit.
Well, this one going in my favorites file because it's not every day that you get to basically interview an amateur with what I consider a Hall of Fame trainer. What I consider her one of the best female trainers in the world, if not the best. So this was definitely a treat. Salute to the chat. Y'all are always undefeated. And that's all I got. Salute to you, 2 Cents, Ray, Thomas, Upper. I'm out.
Blessings.
Salute.
Like I said earlier, I just wanted to publicly thank Upper Echelon for allowing me to come on his platform. This was the first platform I had ever been on when I decided to start growing my channel. I have reached 500 subscribers as of yesterday. If you're not subbed to the channel, please sub to the channel. I love coming up here. I love learning about boxing, the business of boxing. It's extremely interesting to me. I didn't know I would be so into the business of boxing, but I really like it. And I like learning about it. This is an excellent platform. Again, thank you, Upper Echelon, Thomas Hill, Ray Davis, Rachel, Coach Amber. I always have a good time when I come up here, and I will see y'all tomorrow.
Okay, you have a blessed with 2 Cent. If y'all ain't subscribed, make sure y'all log in and follow behind 2 Cent. That's good boxing talk over there now.
Already did. Got it.
It's time for CK Ray in the building.
CK to the Ray.
CK to Ray.
CK.
That's right. And thank you. Appreciate it. I just want to thank everybody for having me on, letting the family in. It's good talks. And Frequent Flyer, stop trying to make me a clan member or whatever you call it. I'm good. On top of that, it was a great talk today. Learned a lot. Like I said, I couldn't give you some of the details because he's been traveling a lot lately and only catch him when he's at the house, at his mom's house. Every once in a while, I try to pick his brain. So I couldn't give you 100% of the details, but he's going to be up and coming. He's going to do his thing. And that's what we want. We want to support our young fighters, especially from our areas, and make sure they all get what they got to get. Upper, I appreciate it. You letting them come on. Thomas, thanks for the shout out. And let's hope that, we see him in the ring one day. We all get to sit down and relax, man. Have some, I don't know what y'all drink, but, something nice and red, brown.
Courvoisier, that is the drink.
Oh, okay. All right. That's right.
He
He from Cali.
Drink right there.
Yeah, he from Cali. That's why. He from Cali. That's still work. He still drinks St. Ives too. But
man, that's from the movie The Ladies
Still
Man.
Coke 45s over there.
St. Ives and Coke 45.
Damn right.
Yeah. But yeah,
Old
whatever.
English and shit.
Up, man. OE. But
man, when I
we'll
went to
sit down.
California, man, over here we used to drink 40. My first alcohol when I was young, I used to get a 40-ounce of Old English, right? We went to Cali. These motherfuckers had 22-ounce cans of Old English. I said, "What the fuck?"
we got
I
those
said,
here too.
Cans? We only see Old English in bottles.
Man,
40 ounces.
45. We got
I call Coke 45. That's that Billy D. Williams.
Yeah, it is. Mad Dog. We got Mad Dog, St. Ives.
Lando Calrissian.
But yeah, you know what it was. That was back in the day, man. That's when we had the raccoon hats and the bomber jackets, man. You know what that is?
And the wallaby. We had the wallaby shoes, boy. We had them damn wallabies. Right? 40 different colors. Like now, ladies.
Yeah, for the young bucks, y'all don't know what that is. You know what it is. We was chilling. You know what I mean? Color. Yeah. Had the mates out in the corner, whatever you did, man. Got to do what you got to do. But those days is over now. Kids rocking their stuff now, so I'm good with that. But again, man, like I said, just appreciate it. Always Upper having me up here. Thomas, always a blessing. Thanks to the chat for listening and supporting as usual. And like I said, I'm glad I could bring young Cuz up here and let him spit his game. And thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Coach Amber, and thank you, 2 Cents. Y'all go follow, please. Both of them. And I'm out. Appreciate it. I'll be in the chat.
All right, CK Bray. Peace and blessings. Shalom. Big T Hill. And I ain't talking about Silent Hill.
Man, as always, man, it's a pleasure to be up here and grace your panel up. I mean, a terrific platform that you provide for us, man, where we can just sit here and discuss boxing, not no politics, no agendas, no freaking things that we want to push as narratives or things like that, man. We just get up here and talk good boxing, and then you have great people like the lovely Miss Rachel Jenner, grace the podcast. You got somebody sold up in the amateur seas like Coach Amber. Then you got great boxing minds like 2 Cents, Key Alexandria, my man CK Ray, you know what I'm saying, coming in, bringing in amateurs. Where else can you find such great plethora of things that go on in a podcast? But here over here at the Upper Echelon Sports Bar podcast.
You got that diversity over here.
Diversity. Like I'm saying, and I mean, you know, I just was glad to just sit here and listen, man. I learned a lot. It's always good to hear Rachel talk because you learn so much more than you ever could know, and she gives you like honesty, and she's so unadulterated with the truth. It's just refreshing, man, to see that, you know, there's still people even in the midst of that industry that are just genuine, kind-hearted, and straight-laced people, and I always appreciate her and her talented family. Wish her and her family, her husband, nothing but the best in their careers. Look forward to hearing the music of the young put out that Wheels of Steels that he be making them beats on. And, you know, once again, man, thank you, man. Thank your family for allowing you this opportunity for us to have this platform and to sharing it, man. And I just thank you for being somebody that ain't affected by what people say or do, but you do what you know is best for the sport by pushing out the facts and not no narratives. And man, peace to everybody in the chat. Much love to everybody. And, Lord willing, we'll be back here tomorrow.
We're going to Jerusalem.
Peace and blessings, bro. And I just want to say shout out to everybody. Shout out to Rachel Donaire, the Queen. Shout out to 2 Cents. Shout out to Josiah. Shout out to Abdullah Mason. Shout out to everybody. Yes, we can get Nonito's schedule, Rachel, anytime you want to. Nonito can do what he got to do. But shout out to any and everybody that comes through. I appreciate everybody that comes through the show on a daily basis. You know, we family over here. You know, and we're a close-knit family. And hey, I don't look at it as just my show. That's why, like today, I sat back and let the Queen sit back and do what they had to do. You feel me? Like they was doing their thing, so I sat back and watched. You know what I'm saying? I can listen. Like I ain't the type of person that has to be front and center all the time. You know, I can sit back and let them do what they got to do because I respect it and I appreciate what they doing and I appreciate the time that they giving out. And I appreciate all y'all for giving y'all time to come over here and watch. Peace and blessings to all of y'all. I'll see y'all here at the same bat time tomorrow at the same bat place with the same bat attitude. We coming back up in here. I came on 30 minutes early because KQKC wasn't rocking today. And for 9 had got off at 1:30, so I just popped on. But let's roll. Peace and blessings. I'm out.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Trying to catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was close, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more. His brain's gone, nigga. It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fight. We really hit it, nigga. We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hit us, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow. Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze, leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze, leave a nigga bleeding. How about I leave them holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals. Break that shit down, nigga. AK to anybody kill. Hop out, get the drilling and spilling. 7.62 gon' split 'em. LN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eating bullet for dinner. 5.0, eat 'em up, eat 'em up. SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple ops, Draco. I got them all, you don't want no. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze, leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leave a nigga bleeding.